some time, regrouping, resettling some things, you and your comrades managed to, well, take care of, Kobo, technically. After defeating, well, no, not really after defeating. After people just killed each other off, Kobo went to chase a woman down because she had something he wanted. A big shiny rock. And then he kind of more or less got messed in the head by touching it. Unclear by the entire situation in time, since no one really knows exactly what happened. You chased down Kobo, managed to defeat a gargoyle, an earth elemental, which was technically Kobo's, and that one drow woman. I'm already starting early. I don't know if I've ever said this, but I don't really care for how the module is written. It just says she runs away. It doesn't really explain too much after that. It just tells you that she's the root of what things are happening here. But no lines of concept on what happens afterwards. Or how the team discerns that. So, whatever. But you managed to take care of her. Whatever. And somehow you discern that this giant rock is the root of all this commotion. Now in, I think, Boom's or Toulouse's possession, wrapped up in a bag. It's pretty big, honestly. I think I said like the size of a very fat basketball.
Basketball?
I don't know. It was supposed to be big. That's all I remember.
Sounds right. I think there's some trouble fitting in a bag or something like that.
Either way, you managed to get it. Get Kobo back on his feet after more or less being tormented by Gothos and the rest of the gang. Just being mean to him. As far as he can remember, it's kind of hard to remember, honestly. Being chased down by a miniature gold dragons and a halfling mother. But Kobo can half remember anything, honestly. Just lost that bit of time. And this is where you started. Back together again with the rest of the gang. And that one Duergar that Bract has underneath his armpit.
Right.
What do you guys do?
On some kind of a ring.
Yeah. Toulouse, you do have a ring that will more or less lead you to the location that you decide to go to next. It is the Z team's former boss man's ring. You guys got it after not helping them out, but because they were more or less told to help you, and they are helping you. So we received the ring as compensation for, help and services rendered. I believe Gothos got some eye stalks and gutted a few of them because they rolled like a 7. I don't know. In my notes it just says butchered eye stalks. So someone messed them up. I think he got like 4 of them though.
I must have given them to someone because I don't see them in my inventory, but I remember doing that.
I remember you doing it. That's all. It's been 2 weeks, man.
Yeah.
But
unless somebody else has 4 eye stalks.
We'll just say you have 4, and then we'll figure out where they are actually later.
Sounds good.
Yeah. But Antidote does state, all right then, it does seem that we managed to find Kobo, which is good. Should we explain to the new Z team's leader down here what's going on, and perhaps, they can convince the other leaders to not kill each other? Or we can just leave.
It's like apathy. Oh yeah, we should help them out. Whether or not they believe us, I don't know. That's on them.
You guys begin to make way back to where not all this started, but all this started in town. Let's see here. At this point, I really should have archived a lot of these maps. Returning back to the Zentarium, or whatever you call them, because you guys keep saying I say it wrong. You managed to get back here without too much of an issue. As you travel back, you meet Zed, the new current leader of the Z team, and a few people here and there that technically Gothos ran away from.
Which color is the Z team?
The one's not dead.
The life color.
We can say red.
Alrighty.
Zed, was it? You're in charge now, right?
Yes, we came into a, well, I don't know how you do things up on the surface, but there's a thing down here we call voting, and we all took a group vote, and I was the one that came out as the majority vote.
That is not how they do things down here usually. Speaking of the Underdark in general, thinking of like Drow and her vote. Anyway.
Well, we're a group. If you're strong enough, you can take over, obviously. That's how monarchies work. But we are more of a communal backstab throat kind of people. So we need to actually be governed by the one most trusted by everyone.
Fair enough. You remember earlier how you were saying everyone was going crazy and then they went crazy and it was the big killing?
More or less, yes.
Yeah, we're pretty sure it was because of this big rock here.
Are you showing him a rock, or are you just describing rock? Because Toulouse has rock.
Yeah,
Toulouse or Boom. I think Toulouse has it.
Toulouse
I wrote
has
down
it.
I
I
have a
wasn't touching
magic
it.
ring and a gem thing that drives people crazy.
Yeah, that sounds right. You use your mage hand to like hover it out of your
Crazy.
bag, and then it sinks down until it like almost touches the ground because this thing's heavy. Zed looks at the wrapped up garment. Right. Do you mind if I identify it?
I really wouldn't recommend touching it.
Identified, shouldn't you? I don't think you would touch it if he identifies it, right?
I would need to touch it, yes.
Oh.
Also, Gothos, you wouldn't know that because you actually have no idea how this works. And Kobo doesn't even know how this works.
Hey, I didn't know.
There is an assumption.
I don't mind if you identify it. I was just always
Yeah.
say it's a bad idea.
I don't know why I'm
touch it.
doing it in his cadence. There is an assumption that touching it is bad, but no one truly knows.
I haven't touched it because I'm afraid it's gonna make me go mad. I'll just say that.
Yeah. Zed does state, fair enough. From what we saw, your companion here looks towards Kobo, just ran away after grabbing it from a woman. I just assumed he was just mugging her or taking her property, which, you know, Underdark, these things happen. Not that surprising. But that's probably a good call. He gets one of his boys to come over and to cast, and not identify, but long range detect magic. So he basically detects magic off of all of you, so he knows you guys are carrying. And then looking at the gem, he does state, it does seem to be enchanted, but with various assortments. Identify would be beneficial to understand what it does, but as a precaution, we probably shouldn't touch it, just to be safe. Zed does state. Alright, that seems fair enough. Mr. Toulouse, was it? Thank you. If you don't mind leaving it here, if you do mind, that's perfectly fine. You are the ones that caught it, and after all, finders keepers. It's kind of how we roll down here.
Yeah. I kind of want to make sure it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
Oh, then you should be fine leaving it with us. And if you want, we can also pay you.
Group.
You also don't know if he's telling the truth on that, or he just wants it.
Can I roll insight?
Yeah.
Insight. Oh, damn.
One way or the other, he doesn't seem to have malice intentions at the very least. But he either wants it for safety reasons or just wants it because he wants it. Hard to tell.
I mean, group, what were we gonna do with it?
Looks
Probably
at
something
Kobo.
malicious.
Say what again?
Nothing, I just made a joke.
Honestly, probably use it as some sort of magical crazy grenade.
How much are you willing to pay for it?
Pretty large. We could probably discern some type of skills off of it, or at the very least test it on people until we can figure out how to safely use it.
That
So
was my next question, was what the fuck are you gonna do with it?
discern what it
Test
does,
on
honestly.
people?
And then see what we can do it from there. But that would harbor potential danger. So obviously we'd take proper precautions and all that. And to pay you in addition to clear your consciousness. Around 3,000 gold seems fair, honestly.
You're broke as shit.
You guys want to split 3,000 gold, or do you want to hold on to Gem?
You're gonna have to wake me up to ask that because I fell asleep right after you guys finally caught me.
I think we woke you up after that. Like, I think that's what happened.
Oh,
I think Gothos,
okay,
like,
I've been- this entire
slapped
time
you
I've been
awake, or
thinking-
boom. Someone slapped you awake. I remember that
You-
one.
You awoke and
Okay.
we started game.
Okay, I've been sleeping this whole time thinking that nobody woke me up yet.
Oh,
Okay, sorry.
Do you think we dragged you back?
Yeah, we're just
I thought
dragging
you
you
just
around by your
slept.
shoes.
No, you picked me up and you put me on your spider and we left and that was where the game ended. I was asleep on your spider.
no, you woke up. I remember someone waking you up. We'll
Okay.
just say someone woke you up in the past. You got here, and now we're talking.
All right. Well,
Or
if
talking
I've been
woke you up.
awake, okay, if I've been awake long enough for that, and it's like, are you sure 3,000 gold doesn't seem like enough for a diamond the size of that? I mean, that's
It's a
huge.
gem.
That's worth 10,000 gold easy, or maybe 100,000. And maybe one of
Kobo
these
roll
guys has got
deception?
another. What are you talking? It's a diamond the size of a basket.
I didn't
Gem.
say
It's
diamond, dude.
easily-
It's a gem.
Gem. Sorry.
Oh, so
Gem
you are
thing.
not a
Worth a
gem
small
expert.
kingdom.
A little more than polished glass.
It's a gem thing that drives people crazy.
Yeah. If you
It's
were
a
a gem
crazy
expert,
maker.
I would say that's fair. I don't think anyone here is currently an artificer. No one here is currently a noble, from what I can remember.
I like how it says roll deception and you roll persuasion.
Oh, sorry.
Persuading
I
the
rolled wrong
DM.
one. Deception. Sorry, I apologize.
Pretty good.
Nice.
That's better than-
Toulouse, you're not sure if Kobo knows fully or for sure. This costs way more, but Kobo seems intent to get more money at the very least. Whether you know
And-
or not he's telling the truth, it could be worth more.
I look at the guy trying to sell it. Well,
And maybe one of these guys can give us an extra bag of holding, considering mine got destroyed.
Zed looks towards you. So you, in addition to more money, you want a very rare magical item just for free.
well,
Well,
no, it's a
mine was
part of the
destroyed.
bargain.
Yeah.
So in addition to more money, you want even more money.
Or we could keep the gem.
Oh, have you never heard of Barden?
Look, I tolerate all of you, and that's as far as you can honestly get as liking someone down here. I am willing to pay you 5,000 gold. But I'm not about to give random strangers a magical item that honestly we do not have. Bags of holding don't just grow on trees.
Oh, speaking of which, you said I could get at that beholder eye when I came back.
Oh, that thing looks in the corner. It's still there technically, but you know, more than likely it has taken some damage after, you know, being dead for a few hours.
We'll see.
And it's been like an hour and a half.
I better get working then. Unless anyone else is.
I am not a cleric. I do not know.
Well, no, because if you get that central eye, that's like a anti-magic beam or something. I don't know how that works.
I am not an artificer. I don't know.
Hello.
Hey.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. So Thomas, here's what you missed. Kobo woke up. Brought him here. Now, Zed, current leader of Z Team, because that leader died, says, thank you for helping out. You guys explain. Gem, bad, caused all this. Zed then states, do you mind if we keep it? I am offering you a lot of money for it. Kobo says, we want more. Also, magic item, please. And Zed's like, I'm willing to pay you more, but I'm not giving you a magical item that we honestly do not have. And then Gothos was like, me want big eye of beholder to make magic item. And Zed's like, it's been a while, he's been dead. I don't know enough about this, but you're more than welcome to try and take it. I don't know, I'm not a cleric.
Simple speech enchants me, beautiful goblin.
And that's what you missed.
So do you think we should sell it to the gem that drives people mad? We could sell it to them for 5,000.
Well, I did get us up from 3,000 to 5,000, but in all honesty, 3,000 is kind of lowballing for a gem of this size with powerful magical properties.
The stuff that we've got for lowball prices in terms of magical items, we're lucky to get it.
Yeah, Zed is going to say this.
I'm just
look,
being the greedy little me that I am.
Yeah. Zed looks towards you and simply states, look, I said if you want to, you're more than willing to do so or not, up to your own discretion. That being said, though, if you really want to get greedy down here, you're likely not going to find anyone else willing to give you so much cash. And if you want to hold out until you reach the surface, a lot of things can kill you down here and you might not reach the surface. This is not a threat. This is just giving you genuine advice down here.
One thing I'm...
Just we're gonna murder you if you don't.
One thing I was a little curious about is if we do pass back by, can I poke in and check on your research?
Sure.
I'm a little curious about what this thing can actually do.
More than welcome. Again, we have a general contract with you all to help you out and assist you when needed.
Oh yeah.
They say we take the money.
I say money.
And then we can check in on it later.
Is my audio working?
Now it is.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah, I was going to say my thinking on it is that we had to go through a really intense fight just to hold on to that. Got a magic item destroyed in the process. And yeah, it's one of those things where if it was that much effort just to hold on to it for a few minutes, all it's going to take is just one bad incident and then it's gone. And if some drow lady's evil twin sister takes it or who knows what, then we're worse off than before. And as pointed out, we don't end up with anything for it. So this does seem like the best opportunity to, if we're probably going to lose it anyway, this is probably the best circumstances we're likely to find for that anytime soon.
Let's quit when we're ahead.
Or you can keep it. Honestly, I'm just giving you this offer.
Okay. Money.
As that
Okay.
thing simply states, very well then. He claps. He sends one of his henchmen, goons, whatever you want to call them, into one of the tents. Comes back with a big, very big box. Honestly, puts it in front of Toulouse, and she has the gem. It's currently being dragged over towards Zed. However, she currently still has it magically held. When you open the box, it is full of a lot of jewelry. Gold and stuff to the equivalent of 5,000 gold.
Nice.
Yeah, you can just write down 5,000 gold. If you want it to be in like jewelries and stuff, you're more than welcome to. But it is 5,000 gold.
5,000.
Ethan,
like covered in jewels, 6 rings of fingers. And
after a good long time to count it, I'm assuming Kobo wants to make sure you get 5,000. Yeah, it's 5,000. You guys split it some way or another. You're more than welcome to keep the box. The box itself does cost a silver, but I'm willing to eat that as a friendly gesture.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, that's so kind of you. To not up.
You're talking to thieves and rogues, dude. This is kind to them. But he does state, again, you're more than welcome to come back. Again, we're obligated to assist you in certain matters.
Cool.
He does get one of his men that can cast Mage Hand to pick it up. When he does, it falls back down to the ground. He gets another person to help him out, and they both carry it into a tent.
Don't underestimate the importance of a team lift. The gods of this world are all too familiar with that.
Yeah. But he does state, right then, you all are heading towards the next destination, I am assuming. I'm going to go ahead and speak with the rest of the enclaves down here. Who knows? With any luck, no one has killed off. Looks towards the Duragar captive, captured by Bracked underneath his armpit. Your leader down here, maybe. Last I checked, she is currently being held restrained. So, apologies if she's already died. I guess. And Pebbles just looks towards him. Oh, it's all right. I only knew her not that long. It'll be a shame, but I understand. Yes, unfortunately, this is how things are done down here. But good luck. And if you are ever down here in Monteldareth again, just stop on by, I suppose.
Y'all come back now, you hear?
Sounds good.
Anybody want to help me with this? Their anti-magic eye.
Sure.
Pop it on out.
Okay, I'll help.
Without a spoon.
I'll grab my knife. Try to pop it out.
Let's
Inspiration
enucleate
to
this
whoever's
sucker.
doing it.
All right, whoever's manually or mainly doing it, go. I'm assuming it's Gothos since everyone else is helping. Gothos roll with advantage +2. Wait, how many people are helping?
I am.
I
Toulouse,
am.
Bracked.
I'm giving inspiration for the whoever's giving them advantage, so it'll be advantage roll plus inspiration.
Okay. Gothos, advantage +2 and inspiration dice.
Jiminy. Oh, what's the inspiration? D6 or D8?
D6. It's a D6.
Thank you. No,
Aw.
come on.
And
Total
you
of
completely ruined the eyes.
15.
I know.
It has been a few hours, so when you go in to like carve it in, some stuff in some places here are a little bit stiffer than they should be. So you forcibly go through it, and it accidentally like severs one of the retinas. You are able to get the eye out, but you're not sure how much damage you've done. Fully.
Very
Oh, you may have
exciting.
invented a new form of surgery there. You just might want to focus on the vision restoration instead of a cessation part of it.
You did get the eye out, but you did do some damage, but you're not sure how much. Unfortunately, very big eye. But you have it. What do you do with it?
Give me. My first thought was to feed it to Tannhauser to give her anti-magical effects, and then I was like, no, wait. She's a creature of magic. That just doesn't work. Hey, Zentarum dudes, well, is there an optometrist in town?
No. There might be some people here and there that have their own glasses, but there's no one really down here to assist with that kind of thing.
No one who can surgically remove the lens from an eye. Sure.
Maybe speaking with the necromancer, but we have none currently alive anymore. They were the first ones to go.
Why the heck did I want this thing?
I think you probably were expecting to be
I
able
thought
to
you
sell
wanted
it or
to-
something.
You wanted to make weapons out of it, I
I
think.
think I wanted to make a shield or something, but now I'm realizing this isn't super feasible.
I mean, it's not fully damaged. You didn't like do terrible. It's not
What about,
perfect, but it's not, so bad you can't do something with it.
Yeah, maybe I'll have.
It can still be turned into a lot of different things. I mean,
Do we still have Antidote with us?
Yeah, he's like right there.
Can you cast Gentle Repose on this thing or something?
God,
I don't do magic.
Oh, yeah. Wink and do the little pistol thing at him.
I thought Kobo was the only one that knows he's full of shit.
no, no. Everybody saw him grab Kobo and explode out of there. They know he cast.
No, it was directive line of sight. Only certain people. I think
That
it was.
I
I think it was Boom and Kobo that saw this. Not honestly sure.
Eldith saw it too because he was right in front of Eldith.
I think Eldith was a little busy fighting two giant slimes. Not important.
No, she was
Focus.
busy slicing her sword into my back. That's when that happened.
Yeah, a giant slime.
Yeah, giant slime.
Mac.
Thanks. Appreciated.
No. I'll have to review it, but I think only Kobo and Boom knows Antidote's lying. But that doesn't mean he can cast a spell. It just means that he's not either willing to or he just can't.
Yeah.
Kobo and Boom
Alrighty.
know
Just standing
this
there
much.
with a spoon, looking at the eye.
Very practiced with this spoon.
Yes.
Bract has
Are we gonna
spoon.
eat this eye, Bract? Are we gonna like feast on the flesh of our enemies?
Hey, did somebody get a bag of colding?
Oh, I think I did.
Gothos does. Brack, you put the Duragar you just keep carrying around down on the ground, currently contemplating with spoon and eye.
I
Thanks for
put
reminding me about that.
actually
is
I'm
this
gonna put
eye
the
less than
dwarf
100
down and
pounds?
I'm gonna use him as a chair.
A little rude, but he is, I think, tied up. Actually, I don't think he's ever been tied up. But he's not that strong, so you just sit on him.
For a while, I've had the image of him like tucked under Brack's arm, but like acting like he's lounging.
But yeah, the eye's pretty big, but I think the bag can extend pretty far enough. It's a tight
I've got it at
squeeze, but
100
can go through
pounds.
it.
Okay,
The
100-pound
eye,
maximum.
the eye's probably like 25 pounds, maybe. No, it's probably less than that. I'm thinking 10.
All right, and it goes until we run out of rations or find someone who knows how to craft things out of animal bits.
You can also just eat the eye, I guess, if you're that desperate. It's very close, but you are able to put the eye inside the bag. You close it up. Thankfully enough, it's a dimensional space, so it doesn't touch other things inside.
Don't worry, Brack. They're better chilled.
Popsicles. But while you guys are doing this, that then states, all right then, good luck to whatever you're gonna do. I'm gonna give my men pressing orders to keep the encampment site safe. Gonna go speak with the Drow enclave down here and the rest of the people. Explain just all this mess. We're likely gonna fight, so if you want to leave now, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, well, yeah. Apparently now we know the way, don't we, Toulouse?
Yep. Yeah. So we can just head on out. I got the Z ring and ready to go.
All right then. If you don't see me here next time you meet, you just ask for the boss, and it might be a different boss. Again, I'm gonna go speak with the other leaders, and more than likely they're not gonna believe me, so we're just gonna fight it out. We'll see what happens.
I just thought of
take
something.
this guy
Shouldn't I-
along. He will probably he will support you with everything you say. Because if you do not, I will find you and I will break every bone in your body.
Just don't let Zebediah
as I'm
and
looking to the Duragar that I'm setting upon.
When you say that, go ahead, Boom.
I was just gonna say, don't let Zebediah and Zachariah give you a hard time.
Oh, nonsense. They're like second cousins to me. But when Bract is like, yeah, and this guy is going to help you. Pebbles is like, actually, if you want, I can like help you out of here. I can find a shortcut and stuff. It's not that hard. And since I don't really have a place here to go anymore, and then like immediately shuts up when, I guess the rolls is 17. Pebbles, he doesn't agree to anything, but he's like nervous to say anything else anymore. You can tell he doesn't want to be here.
His body. So yes, Babu, you go help them, and I'm just gonna pick him up by the back of his clothes and just gonna put him right next to the Santaran people.
You lift and put him down. You do hear. Who has a past perception of 15?
I do.
think I
12.
I have 18.
I forgot to lose. He's so good. I think Boom has a pretty good one, but it doesn't matter as long as one of you.
13.
Okay.
no, 14.
Oh wow. Pretty close. Toulouse, you do hear him mutter something along the lines of, oh wait, you can hear this clearly. People, he more or less to everyone else sounds like he's whimpering or murmuring, but Toulouse, you do hear very clearly him stating, I mean, you're likely gonna die from the purple worms, but you know, whatever. And when Breck like lays him down on the ground.
Hey.
And scoot.
Hey.
What do you know about some purple worms there, buddy?
He looks behind him, about to say something, looks at Brack and like stops talking.
Brack raises an eyebrow. Purple worms.
He just like scoots back
Yep.
behind these guys for protection.
We might need him to lead past. It sounded like he knows something about purple worms.
Zed just states, like, honestly, we don't need him, and since he was part of a different enclave, we're likely going to either keep him as a hostage or just flat out murder him. Dependent.
Okay. Well, what do you know about purple worms there, buddy?
He's just hiding behind them. Toulouse, you still have a very good
you
passive
wanna-
perception.
It's like, do you want to die or what?
Yeah.
Brack is gotta start walking.
Away
Where
or
I am
towards
not-
him?
Away. I was gonna say I do not know where yet, but I'm just gonna walk out of this conversation. Brecht is physically and mentally lost in this entire conversation.
That's fair. You begin to walk away. More or less, though, since Toulouse has a very good pass perception, it's harder, but it's still not 18. He does say underneath his breath behind these two wall barricade people. Let's see here. I mean, there are safe places and bad places, and since you don't know which one's which, you can easily get lost down here.
I thought that's what we had the ring for. So do you know something that the ring doesn't know?
I think he just doesn't know what the ring is. I mean, he doesn't know what the ring potentially is. He knows.
Right. Oh, you're muted.
Do.
There you go. Well, I could hear you. It was very muted.
Yeah.
I was just.
But fortunately,
Yeah.
Toulouse made her perception check.
Which?
But yeah. Gothos is correct. He doesn't know exactly what the ring knows. He is saying these things. One way or the other, he could be telling the truth. He could not be. The ring might be a good idea, but then again, you don't really know. Like, at all.
He's not talking to us, even though Brack left.
He's skittishly speaking. If you've ever dealt with children, more along the lines of big adults scared me, so now I'm just lightly talking.
Oh no.
All right. Well, instead of dying, do you want to help us get through this stuff?
He nods, but underneath his breath, which barely anyone can hear, but Toulouse can hear, just not near that one.
I mean, we'll try our best to keep him away, but
You want to ride on a spider or a big golem?
oh yeah, you're tiny enough. I think you could fit on that stuff, right? How big is
Or
this
your
guy?
choice of kitty gatos.
I don't think Toulouse could carry this man.
No, but Golem can.
I know. But Boom just said, or your choice of cats.
Oh.
He heads towards Toulouse. Technically, Bract is like at the outskirts of the town, just waiting for the group. A good amount of other people are also there. So when he leaves or comes out, he like looks for Bract, but gets closer to Toulouse. The giant mechanical construct lifts them up, and Toulouse in turn as well.
Yay. So maybe together, maybe you and the ring can lead us through.
Okay.
All right. Teamwork.
Makes the dream work. Eventually, your team meets back up with Bract and the other people that went with him. Eldeth was also not into the conversation anymore and thought it was beneath her to speak with him anymore, so she went as well. A couple of the other high nobles also went with her because, you know, that's how they do. Eventually, your team...
Eldest assess the gem.
Was that?
When we were like, I don't think anyone has the noble background for like assessing gems or whatever. It's like, Eldest would probably know a lot about it.
Yeah, but no one asked.
Yep, that's why I said Brad.
Well, don't we know another noble? One who's been teaching me to read?
I've already seen the gem.
Julius has already seen the gem. Also, technically not a noble, just worked for the nobles. I guess that could technically work.
I think
but
Toulouse's whole thing was though that he disdained all that. Right?
Yeah, but That doesn't mean she wouldn't know it when she saw it.
Yeah, and with our
Anyway,
luck,
it's
Eldis
in
would
the
have looked at it
past.
and gone, "That's not worth my time." All right, we'll knock it down to 50 silver.
Honestly, probably. Uh, but your team begins to head back out. Since this is no longer Z team territory, since you're heading Daft, well, I was about to say Daft. Whatever. What am I thinking?
Because it's probably accurate somehow.
While you're beginning to head down, further into, I'm pretty sure I was gonna say depths, but screwed up there. You begin to wander back and further downwards. Led by Toulouse and the Duergar and a giant mechanical construct, your team dives further into the Underdark. A few days later, after some time, after a good long rest, which means those that have expended sorcery points, healing, power, magic, go ahead and heal up. Looking at you, Kobo and Bract.
Spells back. Nice.
Okay.
There we go. And being a wizard, I don't have anything that needs to reset on a long rest.
Oh, you like everything?
Yes, I get my accent surge and my giant might back, and that's it. Those actually come back on a short row. Yay.
Well, then you got those back a while ago.
Oh, yeah.
As you begin to regroup, everyone healing themselves, talking amongst each other. Toulouse, you more or less speak with Pebbles here and there, on and off again. He was never tied up. He just wasn't that strong compared to Bract. You can tell he has a fascination or interest with beholders in that note, and does ask from time to time about Gothos and like what he knows about them and stuff of that nature.
Wait, did I agree to give him the stocks for something? Maybe that's why they're not in my... Well,
I think you agreed to talk about it later. It's been a couple weeks. But yeah, you were gonna discuss something. I don't remember what though. But you travel, talk with one another, and he does stay towards you. You both. So tell me, what do you guys know about beholders?
What do we know?
I guess. Hey, you know, the basics. Eyes do different stuff. Lasers.
You can roll history. Like,
Petrification.
he's not talking so quietly that no one can hear this. So Boom, Kobo, and Bract, if you guys want to be part of the conversation, you easily can be.
Roll
Well,
history?
I hear they're not great at keeping pets.
Oh, I still had advantage. Just an 8.
Jeez.
At least not goldfish.
What are you talking about? He loves his goldfish. But like every other child, they die so fast.
That's why he's not great at keeping them.
Yeah, fair enough. But he loves them to bits. 6, 17, 16, 8. Gothos, you do know that there is like a god of beholders. The primordial beholder, more or less, that all other beholders seemingly enough adhere to or come from. No one really worships them. It's more like a tall tale, but that's about as much as you remember. Toulouse, you just know what you just saw recently. That one beholder you guys technically severed the eyes from, was a little bit damaged beforehand. Was honestly powerful, but still capable of dying. And has like eye attacks. That's as much as you remember. And Kobo and Brack, you both can tell that beholders are more or less abominational creatures. They do discern, or at least generally come from the Underdark, but that doesn't mean they don't go above the surface. They do have their own type of enclave or groups that work alongside them, or they are controlling. They don't generally like other beholders because they always believe that they are the superior beholder, and any others are just a facsimile of perfection, and an impure one at that. And you also know they have various types of eye powers and a lot of dangerous ones. And, well, they can easily sway someone's mind if they are very gullible or very weak.
Yeah, you know what the best way is to fight a beholder? In absentia.
I mean, we did pretty good.
Exactly. It worked great for us.
I don't know what that means.
It means the best way to fight a beholder is to not be there when it's getting killed.
Yep.
That's not really fighting, though. It's just not being in the area.
Yeah, but
Well,
you know what
depends.
happens when you fight them that way? You live.
Not
Because that
necessarily.
beholder, even though he lost, I didn't see a whole lot of survivors in that room.
But you're not
Like, totally,
really
like, look at
fighting them.
himself,
You
like,
just, you can see he's getting irritated. He's more like, you just happen to come across a dead beholder. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, he wasn't dead when we first got there.
Also that.
Oh, you're talking about the one that just died. Oh, yeah. I guess. I mean, as long as we took the eye stalks, that's honestly all that matters. I mean, imperfect beholders, you know, be easier if they all just died. So we can just take all the eyes, you know?
Well,
Yeah,
it's all
got
in
him
the
in
eye of
this
the
little-
beholder.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
got
guys
him
can-
on
Yeah,
this
but
refrigerated
Then
bag
some
here.
powerful wizard will sit there and declare them endangered or something, and then they'll be protected. And so if you run into one, it'll be illegal to fight it.
Oh, that will never happen. As long as they murder more of us as we murder of them, then they will not be endangered.
Words of
Because
wisdom, Brack.
self-defense.
Words of wisdom.
Because self-defense is still a part of life.
I mean, according to my
But these
master,
guys-
if they fall asleep, beholders do make imperfect forms of themselves. So, you know, they'll come back here and there from time to time.
Oh, we
Like that.
streamed out its eyes, so I doubt it's coming back.
Not sure, but they're not like the same beholder. It's just like different. Unless they like dream of themselves sometimes, and that makes a copy of themselves. But very rarely.
You know, a beholder's seen rough
Abominations
times
all.
if you find one that has blind sight.
Oh, there's a variety of different types of beholders, honestly. He goes on the concept of like various eye stalk monsters. I'm
Well,
honestly
if
blanking on the
you've
names.
seen the Mr. Rex video.
Oh, no.
But he does go on the topic of beholders and like different kinds of beholders that you can find here and there, death beholders, varying other ones that I am blanking on. And since it's been a while since I've read the monster manual.
Something about different amount of eye stalks depending on the age.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a whole bunch of like different kinds, from tyrants to little ones to like pseudo little eye buddies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, gazers.
And gazers too, yeah. Also, there's certain beholders that have elemental powers, like the fire and the cold ones.
There's those
Although my master
Really
didn't really tell me
interesting
much
role.
about those, because they were imperfect beings, and why should I learn about them? So, didn't teach me.
Oh, who cares
uh,
about beholders? It's that anyways.
Actually, yeah. What kind of beholder do you think this would have been?
And the one that died?
Yeah.
Oh, it was just a standard beholder. Standard imperfect beholder.
So it's being into existence by another one.
Yeah,
Well, they all
probably.
were.
Alas, the poor plight of the imperfect beholder. Just walked into a meeting one day and woke up dead.
Yeah. But after some more talking and a few more days pass, you do see what comes across after being led by both Pebbles and Toulouse. You do see a bridge leaning forwards into a cavern system with a deep abyss underneath. Surprise, surprise, you're in the abyss. But there are two pathways, and Pebbles does state, all right, it does seem like he gets off of the giant and then begins to like sniff around in the dirt and like touch some of the area here and there, takes some of the dirt, eats it, and then looks towards you guys as he stands up. All right.
That's not sanitary.
Mm.
Would Brack think that?
Yes.
I don't believe you. But sure, why not?
Brack was raised with a certain amount of decorum.
And decided
Also,
to
you
ignore
don't
most
Only
of
has
it.
animal spoor, not the dirt.
Fair enough.
Animal.
He just looks towards you, begrudged, but he does state, all right, there have been some, based off the sediment, purple worms in the area, so we should probably take the right path. But Toulouse, you can tell that your ring is directing you towards the left path.
Okay. I mean, it's going off what my ring says, but maybe we can come back to the path of the ring later and avoid the purple worms that you said are on the path.
They were here recently. They might come back easily.
I would like to make an inside check on my eternal prisoner to see if he is lying.
Okay.
I guess I'll scrutinize this guy a bit just to be sure. I'll probably fail. But I will fail very undramatically.
Inside. Luckily, I have advantage on that.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
And boom, rolls
You
a
do the
natural
barbarian
20.
insight where you look inside.
Nah, not one.
No, you gotta believe. You got to believe.
No, the
All
moment
right.
I start believing in that 20s, roll 20 will note it and then start rolling ones.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Here we
I'm a tad
go.
more realistic. I believe in that ones to get nat 20s.
2% chance of a 20, 98% chance of a 1.
Or a 7.
Oh, it's actually
14.
less than me. Good
And
enough.
there's-
What are the odds? Right about 1 in 20.
He might be, honestly, Brack, you don't believe this man, so honestly, whether or not he's telling the truth or not, you just don't believe him. Boom. Hard to tell and hard to say, honestly. You do have that ring, so it might be better to listen to it, but at the exact same time, you know it's dangerous down here. You left this area for a reason.
Yeah, and I mean, and in all fairness, though, I mean, our guide's goals, I mean, as far as what we're having him do, aren't necessarily what the ring is doing. I mean, the ring's trying to get us to a specific point, right?
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah. And
Whereas
he's
our
trying to lead
guide
us
is-
through safely.
Whereas, wait, sorry, say that again?
The guide's trying to lead us through safely.
I'll-
Yes.
The guide is trying to just get away from us. As soon as he can escape, he will. He's just
No,
trying to
'cause
keep
he would've-
himself alive.
He would have done that back. He would have done that back there. Then he wouldn't have said anything about the worms.
Yeah, he has a 50-foot leash.
Okay.
Yeah,
he's
did.
not tied up. He's never been tied up. He was just
Okay.
super weak to Brack's manly strength. But here,
Well, and he wasn't.
I'll recap information you already have. Da-da-da-da. Let's see here.
Since
Gazrim,
since
the
we've
former
been-
leader of the Z team, carries a key that unlocks Shed 9. Doesn't matter. He also wears a gold ring fitted with a star ruby. It's the one Toulouse currently has, worth 1,000 gold pieces. A detect magic spell reveals that the gem radiates a faint aura of divination magic. The gem star shaped core is a magical compass that guides the rings wherever along the safest, shortest route to Grave Hollow. Gazrim is aware of the ring's property. He's dead, so Gazrim doesn't matter. Property and gives the ring to the characters. It was the Z team's new leader, so he gave them to you. If they claim to be headed that way, which you were.
And you just said that it would lead me the safest, shortest way.
The safest, shortest way just means that you won't go through,
Purple worm.
not Purple Worm, but like
Like land, like a
land that could potentially kill someone.
Oh,
So basically,
okay,
the
okay,
path
so it
would be
doesn't
safe,
go-
assuming no creatures present.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
that doesn't
this
mean to
guy-
say that your ring couldn't be telling the truth, because it could be, because that's
Yeah,
what
but
it's.
it just doesn't know if
to do.
animals are about.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he could
Well-
lie. He could be lying based off of what Bract thinks. It honestly depends on whether you believe yourself more versus this guy.
Can I roll insight too?
Yeah.
Boom. Oh, cool. It
Oh.
wasn't shit. It wasn't shit.
You can tell that he wants you to go in the direction that he wants to go. You're not sure if he's lying or not, but you can tell he's trying to lead you to the right path. Not to the correct path, the right one.
Yeah,
Oh.
forgot-
but
Left, right.
joke.
You're not sure
Well-
if he's lying or not, but he wants you to go to the right one instead of the left.
Well, if he wanted to die, he could have done that without us having to go along. And if we didn't hear him, we'd have blindly followed the ring anyway. So,
But when you guys more or less pause here, he does state, look, how about I go there first, and then you guys maybe wait here for a bit, and then I come back maybe. Either way, I'm probably going to go that way anyways.
it's better if we don't split up. We can all just go that way. I mean, unless that ring is pre-programmed to the path and can't automatically reroute.
That's what I was
Um,
thinking, that it would just reroute.
Yeah, so I think we can go this way. I mean, worst case scenario, we run into something impassable and have to turn around and follow the ring and take our chances. Yeah, because if we die, we won't care anymore, in which case that's kind of an okay scenario. So I say we go the route that he's recommending, the starboard route.
So Toulouse is basically saying left, based off of a ring, and Pebbles is saying right, based off of his words.
Okay, we'll go right.
Well, trust the little bugger, but I think he knows what's going to happen if he leads us wrong.
yeah, I don't trust people that don't get up to my knees.
That's like half the team, dude.
Yeah.
I know. That's why I'm not saying waste.
It's still most of the team. But I digress.
Will you trust him if I cast enlarge and reduce on him?
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
true. That is cheating.
Well, don't worry, I don't have that spell anyway.
Oh wow, I forgot how many of you are there.
What? Millions?
Yeah.
I think one
Uh,
purple worm would stop us.
Well, as long as we're
Yes.
sitting here and contemplating fighting, I'm curious about the four groups we've got with us. Do you guys, do each of you groups, do you have any sort of combat specialty? Are you especially good at ranged, melee fighting? Is it just a mix? More focus on magic, melee?
Some of them do state mix here and there. We are shield guardians, so we are very good with defense. Some of us are very good with bows here and there. I do have a bit of Arcanic Lodge, so I might be able to help you out on that. And so it's a diverse group of people.
Which ones are the shield guardians?
I'm gonna say green.
Oh, wow, what a coincidence. That's where I was ready to type. Okay. And I think you mentioned some with bows. Is there a group that specialized in that?
No, we just have bows.
Okay, probably more an overall thing. All right, and I'm sure the Z team just has a lot of the last letter of the alphabet.
What, daggers?
One of the Z team, I'm gonna say, Zach. No, the last letter of the alphabet is Z. So Zaggers, according to Mr. Boom here.
Boom. Stop ridiculing our allies. They are starting to believe you.
I don't know. Might want to equip some Zaggers. All right. Well, I just wanted to get an idea of if there was anything about trying to figure out the best way to deploy the our allies if we get into an ugly fight, and if we have to deal with purple worms. That sounds like an ugly fight. I mean, geez, purple? Seriously? They couldn't pick a better color for those creatures?
Fits with the terrain.
Is it just me, or does it look like a lot of spider webs around here as well?
I was noticing that. That does
I
not
only have
bode
so many
well.
maps. Technically, there are no webs there. It's just
Okay, I'm just.
Yeah.
I'm just teasing.
Don't be stupid, Kobo. They're obviously very skinny rocks. You know how there are stalagmites and stalactites? These are stalagzites.
I'll just read you the passage. Worded a little bit differently. The cave system has a 30-foot high ceiling and is unremarkable save for 20-foot wide holes here and there, 100 feet deep shafts in the middle of the floor, so like everywhere. So basically, deep, wide, and deadly if you fall.
Great.
Yeah. As you begin to get into a more clearing area where most of you can stand, you do see Pebbles beginning to move forwards ahead of the group.
I will pull my weapon because I have a feeling that we may be getting attacked in the near future. I am stating just to say, in case we get surprised. I am not surprised because I saw it coming, even though I didn't see it.
I'm going to try and stealthily stay near him, which doesn't work at all.
As you begin to like move hurriedly to keep a pace on him, he's not like running ahead of you. He's just his clip's a little bit faster. So when you try to catch up, you accidentally trip and land on him. You regroup up on yourself and he looks behind him. Yeah. You need
Sorry
something?
about that.
You going, Raphael?
Just trying to help maintain a lookout, and even cats have their bad days.
Okay. He begins to like still moves forwards but stops after he gets here. He then crouches down and eats some more dirt. Looks around and sniffs. All right, this is probably a good enough place to camp out. He begins to like put some supplies for tents and stuff.
All right.
What exactly makes this a great place to camp out there?
No purple worm dirt.
What does purple worm dirt look like?
No, it tastes like something.
Oh, you tasted the dirt. Okay.
Pebbles, if we had to evacuate out of this area on our journey all of a sudden, which direction would you recommend going?
Probably the way we came back. Or further north.
Okay, and did we approach from the north, or which direction would you come in from on this
You
map?
went this way, technically. So you came from that direction. So left. He
Okay.
says either going back or going north.
How about then, in that case, I think right about, well, maybe a little further down. I guess here. Basically, I'm going to go ahead and cast a Leomund's Tiny Hut, and I kind of want the north edge of it to be kind of like along here, so that if we decided we had to run while the thing was still up, we could just go out the north side of it and then go up towards that exit, since we have a path right there.
You say to the group.
So, let's see. I think I can accommodate up to 9 people in this thing. So I figure there'll be, I guess, probably the 5 of us. We'll want to keep Pebbles safe, so we can go ahead and keep Pebbles in there. That's 6.
Oh, he already has his stuff set out, man.
Yeah, but I'd rather him not get eaten by a purple worm just because he wasn't tracking it while he was asleep. I mean, if he wants to set up his tent, that's fine. He can set it up. I mean, especially if it's a small tent, he can set it up in the hut.
You would all suffocate because you also set a fire.
What was that?
You would all suffocate because he also set up a fire.
Oh no, Ledman's tiny hut allows fresh air to go back and forth, but nothing else.
You would all suffocate.
We would all die of CO poisoning. Because that's
Fresh
not
air
air.
could come in, but the smoke cannot go out.
Yep. The smoke is not air, it's smoke. And that's why Leomund's Tiny Hut is technically a gas chamber.
Hey,
It's
where
not,
did he
because
get
it
fire?
specifically
Where did he
allows
get
fresh
wood
air.
for that fire there, pal?
You saw him pull it out of his pack.
Frickin' pack.
I'm assuming you guys were like scavenging stuff here and there. He did pick up some roots to burn.
Okay.
Bract, do you count? Are you still generally medium-sized?
Yes.
Okay. We can't have our Iron Giant in there.
Pebbles does look towards you and goes, "If you want, we can camp out here. I sense no danger."
Like survival or something to be like, yeah, it's fine, or no, it's not.
Yeah.
Blah. It sucks.
Go ahead and
You know
roll
what?
again. I'm assuming you're going to use your giant mechanical robot to help you.
Oh, so I can roll again?
Yeah.
Blah.
16, not bad. You can tell that there are tracks here, but they're your own. There doesn't seem to be anything that has any feet that has been down here or around here for quite some time. Maybe honestly a few weeks, give or take, but definitely not within the few hours to days. So this place doesn't get a lot of foot traffic.
I say I'm gonna camp out here with them.
Yeah, if there's enough room for everybody to set up.
Now, I'm going to go ahead and put up the hut because worst case scenario, I spend 10 minutes on something that isn't absolutely needed. Definitely doesn't hurt.
That's true.
And if there's anybody who doesn't want to deal with me, they know that all they have to do is stay at least, as long as they're not in the hut, I can't leave to go pester them. Well, at least not without spending another 10 minutes, so.
He would probably make his own campsite closer to you then.
Actually, do me a favor at least, Pebbles. Go ahead and just, for the 10 minutes I'm casting this, just stay close to me. Once I'm done casting it, you're free to go mess with your campfire and everything. This way, in an emergency, you can come in. And if there is no emergency, not a problem.
I don't know what that means, but he gets closer to you.
All right. So I'll spend the 10 minutes casting it. Once it's up, it's like, okay, since you were in here when I cast it, you're now free to move in and out of this as necessary. So, yep, you're free to step outside and enjoy your campfire if you like.
Oh, I thought you just
Can you
assigned people. Interesting. Uh,
Yeah, they have to be
Yeah.
in the area at the time you cast it. Creatures and objects within the dome when you cast the spell can move through it freely. All other creatures and objects are barred from passing through it.
okay. He goes back. But you can see the Z team, the Shield Guardians, and all of that make their tents and prepare. You guys generally are on Lizardback, so you do make like a little niche area for them, give them their food and things like that. I'm just not gonna make tokens for them because we already have enough tokens.
Yes, we need more tokens.
But
All
after
the tokens.
after a good while, people begin to more or less settle. They're not asleep. No one's asleep yet, because you're keeping an eye on Pebbles to see if he betrays you. Looking at you, Brat, and boom.
Yeah, aid is not found in this place.
Hey, I'm not that concerned about it. I mean,
We're in a tiny hut. Tannhouse is mentally linked to me. Gothos is asleep.
You can tell that some of the groups are taking watch, and while more or less Toulouse and Pebbles is out here, I'm gonna say I'm gonna roll for NPC. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Slash is with you guys. So while most of the NPCs are keeping watch or just resting, Pebbles, Toulouse, and Slash are more or less hanging out at a campfire. Pebbles just look towards the both of you, but mainly Toulouse, since she is the Toulouse is a he. Since he is the only PC here. Oh, he does state. I wasn't gonna tell anyone this, but you seem nice enough, and looks towards Slash. You understand what's down here, right? Not really.
What is down here?
A lot of dangerous stuff. And honestly, I'm kind of tired of it being here. So I wanted to make sure that when you guys found it, you'd be strong enough to take it out. But I wanted to tell you at least, because if you don't think you could survive it, I want you to run away from it.
Insight?
Yeah, go for it.
Blah. Yay, I'm getting better.
You've been very insightful. You can tell that, yeah, he was more or less going to put you guys in danger. For his own reasons. You don't really know what those are, other than the fact that he doesn't want this area to be dangerous anymore, but you don't really know why. So when he tells you this, it doesn't seem to be a lie. But he was also going to put you guys in danger, so there's that.
He's trying to get rid of the evilness in here or whatever it is, like the bad shit.
Trying to get rid of something out here, but he doesn't like give you context clues, so you can ask him like, "What do you mean? Like, what's down here?"
Okay, what do you mean? What exactly are you trying to get rid of?
Well, you know how I said my master taught me a lot about beholders.
Yes.
They're a beholder
Your master is a beholder.
with 19 eye stalks. He sends me out to collect more, and he grafts them onto his body.
So what are you? So are you trying to get rid of your master?
Uh-huh.
Okay. How long have you? How old is your master?
I don't know how long beholders age, but he found me when I was 3, so at least 28.
Okay, so what is your plan to try to get rid of him?
Honestly, to use you guys to kill them, I'm not strong enough myself. He sends me out to get more eyes so he can graft more eyes onto his body. That's really all I do.
Okay, well maybe when you come back, okay, so you're supposed to graft more eyes onto his body. Maybe we can use that to our advantage. We'll have to talk to my other teammates about this, though. I will have to see if they can work out some kind of a plan that we can maybe use you to get in there, like you're bringing him eye stalks and then we ambush him, perhaps?
He just kills indiscriminately. He doesn't like to listen to people.
Yeah, but he knows that you're supposed to be bringing him stuff, so he'll be expecting you to come in and won't be expecting us there either. We might be able to use this to our advantage. I'll have to talk to my teammates about it tomorrow, though.
This is where he lives, and in a few hours after you guys wake up, he will appear.
What? So you let us into the trap, like right into it?
Yeah.
What the fuck, man? I get up.
You'll have
Okay.
time to sleep. He'll just
I get up. I get up and I
You
walk
get
over
up.
to my yeah. I get up and I walk away from like I'm really mad.
Rough. You storm away.
Guys. Is anybody asleep?
Everyone's
Or is still
asleep.
awake?
I'm awake now. What? Huh?
Okay, so
What?
We got there an
Did you see
emergency.
something?
yeah, so he led us to where his master is going to be coming, and his master is a beholder, a 19 stock beholder that's over 30 years old.
That
He's gonna
sounds
be
less
coming-
than ideal.
Yeah, he's gonna be coming here. He wants us to try to. He wants us to try to get rid of him.
So he's leading us right to this beholder because he wants the beholder dead?
Yes. So we could have prepared for this a lot better.
Good, I want my eye. I need to eat on the eye.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Beholder with 19 eyes. That sounds like a lot of danger.
Danger.
I
Are
mean,
these working eyeballs or just ones he's super glued on?
Well,
Yeah.
the thing is that he has him bringing more eye stalks to him.
See, that didn't make a whole lot of sense. If I were to sew a whole bunch of extra arms onto Gothos here, he couldn't make them work. It wouldn't
yeah,
help.
I'm not a creature made of dream stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't.
He might be.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I don't really know if we can hide. What do we have to hide from, like 30 people here in order to.
Well, if we leave now, we have a couple hours ahead of us. Like, he'll be here in a few hours.
if he's
is
not
going
early.
on?
You don't think we can take this guy out? We just got forewarning.
Beholder, I don't know. Do you think
Yeah,
we
but-
can
We're
take him
gonna fight a
out?
beholder?
But if it has 19 stalks, it can use them all.
You don't know.
I believe in being prepared for an enemy, not just willy-nilly attacking.
Yeah,
Allowing
a lot
them
of
to attack
eyes.
you in their place of power. So we got to go talk to Pebble. Pebble, you little bastard, get over here.
Yeah. Cute Pebble.
What did Pebble do this time?
Led us into a trap to get rid of his master.
There's a Pebble.
Pebble,
Next.
you little bastard.
Where was the damn cliff?
What was that?
Oh, that's what you say.
Where's the damn cliff?
The cliff. Oh, you want to toss him off? No, we ain't got time for that. We need to learn the beholder's weaknesses.
Yeah.
Cliff is over here, over here, over here, over here, over here. And just
And
find a
he-
hole and you can
and
throw
he-
them in.
And he clearly deep enough, so if I would toss him off...
They're all 100 feet deep.
Okay. We better start talking, Pebble, or else...
Or else,
And then throw
Right,
you off.
as I'm looking at the cliff.
You say this all to Boom.
No, to Pebble.
Okay, you get out of the hut.
Boom has to like sit there. He's like, wait, this is big news.
I'm gonna assume everyone
No
goes
one
over
opens
there.
the hatches.
Yeah.
For some reason, Kobo didn't move on my screen. There we go.
What does my ring show now?
Back the way you came.
Okay.
But after more or less being threatened by Bract again, he just basically repeats what I said to Torchloose. This is where my master lives. He has like 19 currently eye stalks, most of them grafted onto him. And I wanted to lose out of all of you to survive.
Pebbles, you mentioned the grafting. Have you noticed any difference between the stalks that are grafted onto him versus the ones that aren't?
No, I'm not allowed to look at him that deeply.
And if I'm understanding correctly, you're bringing eye stalks to him right now, correct?
I was just returning. Gothos never gave me the eye stalks. Or he did.
But
It was never very clear.
Okay,
but
but
this
this-
given eye stocks.
This beholder believes you're bringing eye stalks then.
Yeah.
Hey, Antidote, real quick. You got any poisons on you that work on beholders?
I have
Yeah, that's what I was
poisons that
thinking,
work
because-
on things, but I've never tried to poison. Well, I've never actually tried to poison a beholder.
You want to try?
A little bit,
Yeah,
yes.
we can sabotage the eye stalks.
Give me one
Yeah,
moment. He begins to prepare some. He prepares something. Eventually, making a poison. He goes, "All right. Not sure if this will work, but it's one of my deadliest poisons I've made. It did cost me a lot, though. Not money. I had plenty of that when I bought it. I'm talking about material. So don't waste it." He gives Gothos a vial of purple poison.
Is this enough for just one eye stalk? Do you think 2 eye stalks?
2.
Okay, 2 eye stalks. All right.
Just don't touch it, drink it, or inhale it.
That's got the stakes whiff of it and collapses.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay, so Pebble, you think you can? Are you capable of pulling off a ruse?
Probably.
So if I give you 2 poison eye stalks, you're going to be able to graft them onto your master.
Oh, I don't graft him onto him. He does it himself. Like he says, I am inferior to him and should not even be, have the honor of touching him.
Well, you can give him the poison eye stalks.
Yeah, if you think it'll work. Looks towards the loose for confirmation.
I think it would. That's my idea. That was my idea as soon as you told me what was going on. It was shit. We have eye stalks. We can give him. Let's try to sabotage this.
Okay.
In the meantime, I think we'll get the rest of the troop to move back along the track a little bit, try to hide our presence.
And then you could put an end to your master yourself.
Although, if we have to fight this thing at all, we're probably going to want to make sure that we can surround the thing. We don't want to have any situation where it can look in one direction and see everybody, especially with an anti-magic eye.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't use magic.
Yeah, that gives
sorry
you
to
some
say, dude.
versatility here.
As long as it doesn't fly away from me, I'm a happy camper.
Also,
I'm
just a
sorry to
thought.
say, dude, I've watched you fight. You do have magic.
What? No, I don't do magic. I hit people with sword very hard.
Yeah, then weird things happen around you, right?
But that's not me, that is world.
But that is caused by you. You understand that fundamental reasoning, right? That you cause what happens around you. You think every time you got pissed off and little things exploded around you, it was just because, or maybe because you did it.
No, I literally wear, as he pulls literally a stone tablet from his chest. I literally wear charms that keep magic away.
Okay.
But yeah, speaking of which, does anyone want to wear the eye of the other beholder? It's supposed to be anti-magic, right?
Does it emit a field of anti-magic?
No one knows.
Yeah, I have
can
no
find
idea.
out real quick.
That's real easy. I'm gonna go ahead and
Yeah.
pull out the eye. I'll stand in front of it and try to cast prestidigitation. Do a little shower of sparks.
Like
Small
with the pull the
sparks jettison out. A little less than you imagined, but it still works.
And that does not surprise me at all. Who would have figured that something dead wouldn't be able to do its thing? Even.
Sure, you can take it that way.
Luckily, Gotos got practiced with the last beholder, so with this time, he should have more luck with keeping it intact.
So if nobody wants to wear it or anything, I think I'll like strap it on Tannhauser, kind of like in front of the saddle, sort of thing.
Kind of like a very mild anti-magical bubble in front of him, or beam.
Beholder! Behold the eye of the
And-
beholder!
And also, hopefully, Gothos has a tabard, or is essentially a cloak and everything. Would he be able to pull a syringe off of that?
What do you mean?
I have a magical item. It's a reskinned cloak of many things, which allows you to pull certain tools off of it.
Yeah, but what's your intent for it? Is what I mean.
To take the syringe and inject the poison that I got from the vial into the eye stalks.
Oh yeah.
2 eye stalks, super poisoned, given to. Okay, when I give these eye stalks to Pebble, I'm gonna ask. So you're sure that if I just give these to you, your master's gonna slap them right on himself?
Yeah, and after a while, I also go out to get information and stuff. I went to Montredareth to find out where that other beholder went, and to
And
inform
you're
him.
definitely not going to tell him that we're all nearby.
I'm going to tell him
Or
the
that the other
beholder
one is dead.
died.
Sorry, what?
Well, he did die.
Yeah.
Don't tell him.
Yeah.
No, I mean you're not going to.
I mean, how would I explain the
Your
eye
boss.
stalks?
No. I'm talking about us. You're not going to tell your boss, your master, that we.
I mean, I don't want Toulouse to die, so why would I tell him?
Because you don't really seem like a fan of the rest of us.
He says nothing.
He kinda all said it as
So you'll
weird.
keep quiet about us being around here?
Yeah,
Okay.
Do I believe him?
you can roll insight, or just not believe him.
I don't know.
Well, insight gives us a little bit better.
I believe all the things. I believe Santa's real.
Most of you believe him. Toulouse, you can tell. Well, also Kobo. You can both tell he doesn't want Toulouse to die. He's been the only kind person to him, and he doesn't want that to stop. The rest of you are just collateral. So he wouldn't, tip the scales over to endanger Toulouse.
Okay.
I have no faith in Pavel.
That's fair.
I have another idea if we want to try and put it together real quick, just in case, but don't know, depending on what we're planning.
You are
Which
eating
side
into
are
the
we
Knights of
having?
the Hours, by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say we gotta start sweeping up.
The Knights of the Hours. The Hours of the Night.
That's a different group that we didn't recruit.
Mm.
Is that the one with the vampire lady and the crazy werewolf butler?
That's Sunday's group.
Mm-hmm.
What? Did somebody steal my idea that I had for the Earl? Oh no.
Oh, I thought you were honestly being honest. Yeah, it's my Sunday group.
That's funny.
There's also a Mer Fishman named
Oh,
Human Dan.
Human,
Man, Pop. Man.
Man, they. I need to call Earl. I need to start yelling copyright infringement.
Yeah, they're also currently in a kingdom ruled by vampires and the night.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah.
The
But
black market's just called the day market.
but maybe more on that later. Who's to say? But Pebbles basically says, yeah, down a clown. And Kobo says, we can maybe think of another plan, but we're going to run into the hours, is what Gotho said. Kobo, what was your idea?
I've got 90 or so feet of this razor wire left. What if we weave that into a quick net, and if we throw that over the beholder, all we have to do is pull hard and it'll razor wire all of his eye stalks off.
Hey, you go down the tunnel and do that. The rest of us are gonna stealth. Hang on.
Well, no, I meant, just
been
if this
trying-
whole eye stalk thing with buckyballs back there doesn't work. I mean, I don't want to put all my eggs on his basket of handing over the eye stalks and it just magically happening.
Oh yeah, I'm
We
not
need
saying that's a
backup
bad
plan
idea
for
or anything.
us.
I'm literally saying, yes, please go weave that, while the rest of us make it look like we weren't here.
You
Oh,
wire
okay.
vault
Sounded different.
Trip begin to make a giant. How much feet?
Wait a second.
90
80 or
feet
90?
total, so you gotta like weave it back and forth. It'd be like just
80
big
feet
enough.
of razor wire. And yeah, remember, it's razor wire, so we only want one razor at a time. So we're not weaving this into a fine net. It's going to be like a wide net with big 2 and 3 square foot.
It's wire, not
holes.
razor wire. From what I remember. I could be wrong.
Yeah, it was razor wire because if we tripped on it, it was going to slice our legs off or slice our ankles.
Where did you
When
get
I
this?
touched it, I took that really neat dungeon where you had those big spinning blade things, and we came across a small shadow beast. But there was this great big huge coffin, and whatever huge demon got out of that huge coffin was gone.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
think he might be the one who's going to get married to the fungus queen.
Oh, yeah, that was razor wire. You were correct.
What the hell did I miss?
Oh, that was a little ways
Early
before we
game.
met you. Yeah. I've carried it all this way. It'll be helpful now.
Maybe.
So yeah, it'd be big, wide squares of space with just the thin razor wire going across it. So when you throw it on top of the beholder, all of his eye stalks are going to go through it, but he won't. And then all we have to do is kind of pull, and it'll slice,
Sure, you throw, I'll pull.
There is a chance of it working.
Yeah.
I can make a few of us invisible, I think, to help with stealth or whatever.
I was just saying we should clean up our tracks so it doesn't look like there were 30 people just barged into this beholder lair, and then we're like, oh, we
Okay.
should go.
That's
Pulls out a
smart.
brew.
Yep, that's good too.
Prestidigitation things.
You begin to sweep the area of any potential traces of each other.
Okay. And you said Volt and Wire and Trip were going to help me.
The band is helping you.
Okay, yeah,
Band.
they're
They're
helping me
used to
make the
dealing
thing.
with sharp wires. They got calluses on their fingers so they don't just slice their hands off.
Yeah.
And suddenly one of them loses a finger.
Oh, this was never brought up, but Trip only has 9 fingers. He's missing his pinky.
Well, that's why he's called Trip, because he tripped up once. Sorry, but bad.
Maybe. But the net will eventually be prepared. It will take a few hours, and it's a good thing you rested before this. But you do spend the night weaving and doing so. The stalks are poisoned and injected, given to Pebbles. Pebbles does state. All right then. My master will appear here. Like almost as if he came from a different dimension, like phasing into existence. And the only way to tell was to identify it by the sediment deposit.
But you told us it was purple worm stuff, you little.
I mean, the other one was. This one, no. I mean, I wasn't lying. There's no purple worms here.
Okay. Well, let's get into our hiding places then, shall we?
Yes, let's go hide.
Ambush.
And we all just kind of can hide out throughout the cave, right?
And I go ahead and take my
Oh, that's supposed to be the tiny.
attach it.
That's what-
I'll take my hemp rope and attach it to the end of the net, so like when people throw a net and then they pull, and they got a rope to pull in to make it.
I would actually like to, be among as many people as I can to help out with saving throws. The NPCs don't just get absolutely destroyed.
Saving throws for what, Gothos?
Basically everything on the paladin. I just have to be near people. I
Oh,
wanna
yeah,
be
your
near
bonus.
as many people.
Yeah.
I'll hide up here then.
Someone eventually convinces Aldeth to just not face danger face to face.
Or we need some
Yeah.
of us down here too, huh? Let me go down there.
I mean, if you want to.
We're trying to surround him, I thought.
Yeah,
So
we
we
don't
pull
all
the
want to be
tripwire.
in one spot for him to just gaze on us, because if
In
he looks
case-
at us, then your
Like-
saving throws don't count anymore.
That is why the NPCs are scattering.
Yeah. Okay, so he's gotta appear roughly around here-ish, right?
No, in fact, the complete opposite. Here.
Where's here? Sorry.
Bottom of the
Didn't-
map.
Okay, there.
It's where
Okay.
he touched and tasted the dirt.
Ah,
Remember.
okay. Well, I'm gonna hide behind this pillar.
All right.
Hey, Brecht, how good are you? I know you're strong, but how good are you with throwing things?
Throwing is dexterity, right?
Or athletics.
It depends on the weapons. You can throw a hand axe with strength.
Well, depends on the weapon. If I throw spears and I've
Hey,
never
I'm
thrown the
I'm pretty
I've
sure
never thrown a
javelin.
net. I'm usually not that cowardly.
Yeah, was anybody a fisherman or something?
Yeah. I like fish.
One of the high nobles
will
next to
give-
Gothos does state, I was, my family trades in fish and the markets and things of that nature.
You ever throw a net?
Oh, many times.
Never caught the fish? Okay.
Oh,
You confident
once or
about
twice.
throwing one? You confident about hitting beholder with one and not chopping your own fingers off because it's made of razor wire?
I am not
There's
that
big, thick gauntlet
incompetent.
gloves you can wear.
I am a nobleman, but I do get a little rough and tumble here and there on the battlefield.
Can I take this guy's measure?
Roll insight to check his measure.
Yeah.
Pulls out a measuring tape.
Measure of
Oh,
man, are you?
Your shoulder width is too narrow. You can't do this job.
He's not a fisherman, but he doesn't seem incompetent. If you give him a job, he'll be able to do it.
Unless anybody else wants to throw the net.
Yeah, a fighter has a fighter has a proficiency in all weapons, so that's kind of what I was looking for just to start with. But well, here, let me look up a net to see what it actually is.
A versatile weapon.
I know it is actually a 5e weapon. It's martial,
It is
so I mean, technically,
martial
even
ranged
Gothos
weapon,
has.
special thrown. Yeah.
I'm gonna assume
If it's thrown, you can use
the
strength.
nobles and the shield guardians help you out.
Okay.
You just need to find where you hid.
I'm gonna hand it to them. I'm not gonna be holding it myself. I'm gonna give it to them so they can chuck it when
The
necessary.
noblemans look at you as if they are disappointed in you, and the shield guardians, same. But they're gonna do the
Me?
job.
I made the net, but I can barely use a dagger. I can't actually throw this thing. I'm gonna be backing you up with magical fireballs and non-magical fireballs.
They're just judging you.
Non-magical fireballs?
They're honestly just judging you. It's like, sure, we'll put our lives in danger for you.
I'm helping you, but okay, if that's what you think.
Everyone go ahead and roll stealth. And I can't believe Thomas rolled natural 20s.
Yeah, it's
I'm invisible.
1
Yeah, that's
Actually, is advantage cracked tonight? No. Okay, it's not. I just remember my thing's the same too. Can I roll Tannhauser's stealth or mine?
I like how Thomas rolled natural 20s, but Toulouse still threw him out of the water.
30.
Well, I had nothing to lose, so yeah, that's fine.
Use the knight.
True.
I am sorry about the bad pun. I
Don't
literally
forget
rolled out of
Tannhauser's
bed
fault.
to see if Dogmat added a message, which wasn't the case, so... yeah,
I
sorry I
didn't?
was late. No. Well, no, normally you send like a message, like...
I did.
3 hours before the session, if
Oh.
it's cancelled.
Oh, yeah. If it's canceled, I send a message that it's canceled.
Yeah,
But I
yeah, then
didn't.
it's cancelled. Yeah, normally I look at the phone. Is it cancelled? No. Okay, let's have breakfast. Oh, the Discord is full. Looks at the clock. This is the time I normally wake up. Something is wrong here.
That's fair.
So yeah, I'm
Oh,
time zones.
Yeah.
Oh, and
And it's going to get
I
worse
don't
next
know, they
week.
mentioned at the beginning of this. Yeah.
Well, actually, it might
beginning
get
of the
better for you next week. Semantics, though.
Yeah,
we
Noble,
we
were you
moved last weekend, so
Yeah.
you guys are switching this weekend, right?
Sunday, yeah.
Sunday.
Okay. Back to normal
Noble,
then.
were you having somebody throw your net?
Yeah, unless you can throw it.
It's the Z.
I haven't stealth yet.
It's Shield and Royals that are going to throw the net because, as mentioned beforehand, they're judging him because he doesn't want to put his life in danger.
No, that is not true at all. I just can't do it. If I were to throw it, it would not hit him.
That is not what they think.
Who was sitting right there with like the ukulele, being like, "I believe in you."
Alright, fine. Hey, you guys, give me the net.
Oh, nonsense. We have this, but thank you. They honestly genuinely seem touched by you trying to help.
Alright, well, great. Thank you very much. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and retreat back to my little ambush point.
Can Gothos roll Tannhauser stealth, or does he have to roll his own?
I'm just taking the median out of everyone, but I am going to include Toulouse's 30 and Thomas's natural 20.
Well, I'm pretty sure I roll with disadvantage now. I got. What kind of?
Oh, hey, Gothos, real quick. Can I grab one of your torches? I don't got one.
Do I have torches?
If you have an Explorer's Pack, Adventurer's Kit, or the like, you probably have 10.
I hand him a torch.
Thank you. I take it back over with me, just in case. I'll have a source of fire, even if it's not magical.
Okay. So everyone rolled
Okay,
pretty
rolling.
well. Gothos, just go ahead and roll.
Yay.
Unless
One.
you already did. No, that's insight. It's not bad. It's not the greatest thing I've seen, but it's not bad. Median.
Better
Okay.
cast mage armor.
What is love? Baby number.
Boom casts mage armor. As soon as you do so, or a little bit afterwards, a good thing I think it lasts 8 hours, you do see something like phasing into existence as Kobo quickly runs away back to his hiding spot.
Yep.
A strange creature is just emerging out of nowhere, about the size of the tiny hut, honestly. In
What?
person, well, it is a lot bigger than you expected, and definitely a lot bigger than the other one you guys, air quotes, faced. Standing before you is a behemoth of a creature, with eye stalks all lapping and moving around. Gothos, as you observe it in your hiding spot, and Brack, as you perfectly observe it in your hiding spot, you can practically smell the thing. And Toulouse, just peering over on yours, you can tell that the eyes are moving. That's not to say they work, it just means that they're moving. But looking down at Pebbles, you can hear this thing's voice in a very guttural, deep and decrepit voice. It does speak. What have you brought me today? And Pebbles more or less like bows ceremoniously, more or less, looks downwards, as mentioned beforehand, is not even allowed to gaze at this gazer, and like extends his hands out with the 2 poisoned eye stalks. I'm gonna look at the beholder's passive perception. And this is not that bad.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
As he begins to look at it, it does nod in maybe approval, and the 2 eye stalks begin to lift in the air without anyone touching them. As soon as they do so, they begin to slowly be placed upon his skin. And soon enough, you do see 2 other eyes like stand up upon themselves and begin to burn these 2 eye stalks into the flesh of this beholder. You're not sure how fast active this poison is, but it is now taking effect. While this is happening, the beholder does state towards Pebbles, "What news from the outside have you brought me?" And Pebbles goes on to explain how they went to Mont Eldareth to find the beholder that his master sent him out to find, discern where he is, and potentially bring back his eye stalks. He does say that the beholder has been killed, and he managed to collect 2 eye stalks from the beholder. And has his main eye been severed and slain? And I'm gonna see if he can lie. Pebbles does state, yes, the people there managed to destroy it out of their own potential, try to scavenge it, and I was able to scavenge these easily enough. Honestly, I persuaded the team that was there to give it to me. Give these 2 eye stalks. Welcome back to Luce. And I'm gonna have him roll his deception.
I knew we should have coached him.
He has a +1 in deception. That is some
Oh.
damn good lying.
Already got
Yay.
keeping Toulouse safe is really a big priority of his.
Yeah.
Beholder has no real reason not to trust him, because why would something so beneath him ever lie to him? So the beholder more or less looks at him with not disdain, but more the way Eldeth looks at Kobo.
Or anybody, really.
Yeah. But as soon as this beholder is about to give Pebbles more explanation, he must now roll. They must now roll a Constitution saving throw with a +4. Oh man. It still takes half damage, so that's good at least.
I'm gonna cast Greater Invisibility on myself.
Does that get rid of mage armor?
No,
Well,
that's
no, not technically, because
concentration.
it's not concentration.
I adds poison.
With a massive, like, it is almost immediately. When they were speaking, you could tell like small veins of purple. It's kind of hard to tell, but you were able to tell. Bract and Toulouse were ingraining into his bloodstream as if the poison was going through it. And at this point in time, it hit him hard. It hit him like a truck. But he was able to stave most of the poison and its effect. And he looks towards Pebbles, and simple enough as Boom casts
Oh, go ahead.
greater invisibility. What are you doing? Because the beholder isn't holding for your action, but I'll give you one
Right.
action.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do my best to save Pebbles. I'm gonna go ahead and let's see, I guess bonus action, trigger Blade Song Armor. I am going to then use Feline Agility to double my movement. And I'm gonna go after Pebbles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna use my action to grab him. And then I'm assuming I'm at half movement at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, so then 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. See, I think my move's limited to 50 feet at this point. And as I'm grabbing him, I'm going to yell, "Now!"
Fireball.
Okay, unfortunately, no fireball. Because he is actively aware of danger due to poison. So everyone go ahead and roll turn order.
But where is he looking?
Come on, big
Okay.
numbers, no whammies. That is not a big number.
I mean,
Oh.
tell Boom that.
Yeah, I think we literally just had a turn though.
Yeah, not bad. For some reason, I'm getting a very, very hard hit of deja vu. But I don't remember you guys ever truly facing a beholder.
Have
I don't know why.
that feeling of deja vu?
Well,
The
whatever.
closest thing we came to facing one was looking in the direction of a dead one.
The band and reel rolled an 11. Main NPC group, represented by the Shield Guardians, roll. Oh, not bad. That's 16. And I'll give Nom Nom and Eldeth their own turn. Add turn. Not bad. Nom Nom with a 12, which isn't great, but it beats other certain numbers. Looking at Brackton is 7.
Yeah, I used both my nat 20s on my stealth roll.
That is fair. I'm gonna say Toulouse and for sure Bract, advantage on your first strikes. Because there's like no way I'm not gonna count that. Natural 20 and 30.
Okay.
All right.
Nice.
Boom, you were able to push this man back, and it is now your turn. Ironically enough.
All right. So the first thing I'm gonna do is, since I went through all the trouble to get Pebbles over here, I'm gonna go ahead and basically kind of swing him around me and dump him into the corner. Does that count as an action, or is that just a kind of a brief movement?
I'm just being rude.
Yeah,
I
saving
don't
somebody's
mean to-
life. How rude.
I don't mean
Yeah,
to
the
interrupt.
idea is I'm trying to get him here so he's out of view.
Oh, yeah, that would be an action. If you're just like tossing him to the side, different. But if you're actively trying to do something to get a benefit out of it, action. Call it a
I don't
bonus
mean to be
action.
rude.
Since he's not unwilling to survive.
I don't mean to be rude, but I noticed he doesn't have a turn order in here. Is he not taking part in the fight?
Oh, he's no.
He's
I was gonna have him
woefully
go
incapable.
at the very end, since he is not a fighter.
See if
Okay,
he
he
live.
doesn't have a crossbow that he could just blink just because.
He did his job with that sweet deception.
Yeah, he's a little
Okay.
weakling.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, how about this? Since I'm already holding him, rather than try to actually manhandle him around, I'm just going to go ahead and spend 10 feet of movement. Actually, no, I guess I probably have to do more than that. Yeah, I'll
It would be 10.
I'll basically. All right. So basically, I'll move in here, just let go of him, and then run back out to try and cast a spell. What the heck did I do? Oh yeah, that's why. I'm going to go ahead and try a fireball. So take that down. All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and try and aim it right at the beholder. And I'll cast that at level 3.
All right. All right, so I'm gonna need help here, and feel free to sway in your benefit. So when the spell will hit, or in the direction where it's heading towards, actually, Boom, where are you like casting it? What area?
Well, let's see. Let me verify. I kind of have to. Let's see. What is it to draw the line thing?
The ruler.
Ruler. It's basically the fourth one from the top on the top left bar.
Is fireball 20 or 30 feet radius?
20 feet.
20 feet.
Also,
You can
what?
make it explode like literally
Yeah.
right above him and rain down.
Yeah.
You don't have to be at that two-dimensional level with his eyeball, which
Yeah.
he's attempting to dispel your fireball with.
Oh,
Dagmar, by the way, what is the size of our beholder friend?
Big.
yeah. Directly
Uh,
directly above him is fine. I mean, it's
bigger than
20
large,
foot
but I
radius.
forget the name.
Huge and then gargantuan.
Huge. Yeah, huge.
It'd be
Okay,
huge. Oh wait,
okay, so he's 3x3 or 4x4?
4x4, so it'd be gargantuan. My bad.
Ah, shit. Well, there goes my plan of going to wrestle the beholder to the ground.
You can still do it.
You gotta be
Oh,
enlarged.
The boulder's immune to prone, so even though you wrestle it, it won't stop floating. So you'll be just kind of on a floating beholder wrestling it.
Ride it for 8 seconds. Yeehaw!
Yeehaw! I'll be
Oh, you
pulling
can
out
do
ice
it.
socks while I'm wrestling him.
Yeah, spin it on its axis. Anywho, Boom's turn.
Yeah, I'm just gonna launch the fireball right above it or right at it. I mean, it's 20-foot radius. Everybody else should be out of range.
Yeah. Dagmar, I think that beholder shoots their cone at the start of their turn, so he hasn't had a turn yet, so the cone is off.
Thank you. Is honestly what I was about to ask. So you're fine, Boom.
All right, and then so yeah, after I've launched the fireball, I am going to go ahead and back around the corner.
All right. Shooting the fireball, which explodes in the area, killing microscopic creatures, but not any of your friends. Maybe. I don't know. It just explodes. Wrong effect. Whatever.
Whoa,
It's still
special
fire.
effect.
In the area, dealing a good amount of damage. It must now make a dexterity saving throw. It has a +2, so it's not terribly great. That's a 6. So the fire just burns into the area and burns a good amount of his flesh. 35 in addition to the half damage of 21. Okay, you can tell that he's heavily hurt. Only this beholder has no discernible gender. They are very hurt, but not dead just yet.
Wait, you mean this one's not asexual?
Sorry, I just imagined the beholder with a discernible gender.
I've seen
Okay.
art for them with like makeup and like I'll talk about it later. Doesn't
The
matter.
makeup is not what I was picturing a dog.
I know. I was being clean. Remember, this is streamed. Not
Oh yeah.
boom. Anything else?
Just ducking around the corner like I did, and now I'm pretty much done with my turn.
Gathos.
Okay, so this thing got fireballed, right? Is it facing downwards or is it facing the direction of the fire?
It was facing where Boom was. Oops, still the effect. It was facing where Boom was, and now kind of looking towards where the fireball just exploded on top of it.
So the point is it's facing like this direction,
Yeah.
more or less. Then Gothos is going to...
I mean, from what you can tell, it's
Yep.
facing everywhere, but a good amount of them are facing up and north.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
well,
the
then first
central
things
item
first.
that counts magic is the one that can only face in certain directions. So we're trying to figure out where he's rotating.
This way.
to.
It's facing this way.
Well, the magic one I'm not... Yeah. Anyway.
I mean, Yeah, logically speaking,
I got these light grenades a few seconds ago. These flashbangs, right?
Mhm.
So I'm going to use my more powerful one because it's not screw around, big beholder. It says it's a 30-foot light grenade, DC 13 dex, 45-foot range, and 3d6 fire damage. This is a item you made up.
Okay. You just throw a good amount of flashbangs in the area. Go ahead and roll athletics. Shouldn't be that difficult.
Okay. I would hope not, but you never know.
Yeah, you easily get into the area, so you don't accidentally toss it towards any of your friends or companions. And with a loud bang,
I throw it like right on the fire, so it's extra dramatic.
it's still a +2. Natural 20.
Come on.
Hey, blame the dice. I
Yeah, they are saying no dice.
rolled a 6 for something.
No, so it doesn't get done, but it is. I mean,
It still gets hurt.
That's funny.
But with a loud clang, it does rupture a good amount of its fire and skin here and there. Go ahead and roll your dice. But the effects of the thing, whatever it may be,
Yeah,
it
halfway.
did not do what it intended to do. And the beholder now knows that you're there. You see like 3 of the eye stalks like look towards you, but don't do anything just yet.
So then I'm going to use my movement to make sure that my NPC teammates don't get absolutely fucking destroyed. Get them!
Get him! Get him! Loose.
My turn.
So
Yes.
by the way, stunned is like disadvantage on like everything, right?
Stun just means he can't do anything.
Yeah, that's the main one. I think it also...
Incapacitated creature cannot take actions or reactions.
Mm-hmm.
automatically fails strength saving throws.
That's for stunned. Dex and strength saving throws.
I'm gonna be
And
crazy.
attack rolls against the creature have advantage.
Like I said, he
Now
can't do
would be-
anything.
now
Tell you
would be
you do
the
have
time to get
advantage
that
regardless
now.
of this.
Okay, I'm gonna be crazy. I'm gonna use Gwen. I'm gonna get up close to him but he's not flanked. So wait, would it be sneak attack still?
Yes, because you have advantage.
Okay. So and how far away is that? I need to know so I can run away afterwards. Can I run away afterwards, or would that make a?
You can run away
They
because
cannot
he
make a
can't
reaction.
make actions against you. So it'd be 20 feet getting to him and whatever distance getting away from him, depending on how fast you are. You can use
Okay,
your
20
feline
feet.
agility to just book it away.
40 feet. I could do that. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna run up. Let's do it. I'm gonna run up here and I'm gonna use Gwen.
All right. You rush over straight towards this beholder, take out Gwen, and with a fiery blue flame, pierce into the flesh, into one of the eye stalks, and just rip it asunder. Go ahead and do damage. As you slice through, you can tell that the eye stalk is basically frozen, and a few other eye stalks are frozen soon afterwards as you rip
Yay.
through. Go
Oh,
ahead and do
cool.
your sneak attack damage as well.
Yeah, sneak attack.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Noise. Not bad.
Are you going to
No.
pull back and do a second attack, or are
Yeah.
you going to do it there?
I want to do a second attack, and I want to direct it to the other way to like get more tentacles or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. And I want to use Gwen again.
You can't.
Oh.
It has to be your offhand.
Oh. Okay. So I'll use my
Dagger number
second
2.
dagger. Number 2.
Woo!
Oh,
Right,
you crit
that
with the wrong
definitely
one.
does hit.
Dagger number 2 damage.
It's not bad. As you move away from the area, you grab your dagger number 2 and just throw it into one of the eye stalks. It burns and pierces in and just slashes through, gutting a few more out of
And I
it.
sneak back, and I send my golem out.
I'm going to say it's probably closer than that. I'm going to say hide behind Brecht. So it's this close.
Okay. I'm gonna send him out. Oh shit, no I'm not, because I didn't pull up that chart. Let me get that chart up real quick. Pin messages. There it is.
Oh, they can easily get there.
Shield Guardian. I got him up. I just gotta remember what his attack. Oh shit.
What he rolls.
What am I doing? There we go. Can't read it. It's small text. Let me read it bigger. Okay. Yeah, I wrote it down, I thought, but. I think
So
that
with
was
20
like-
feet, they easily get there.
Yay! I'm gonna go send them out. Oh, there it is. Shield Guardian. D20 plus 7 to hit. And 2d6 plus 4 for damage. Okay.
Q Iron Giant Nostalgia.
They do have advantage because the creature is stunned.
Yay!
And doesn't he get multi-attack so he can swing twice?
Yeah. Roll d20
Mm-hmm.
plus 7. I'm gonna copy that. Copy
Thanks
that.
for rolling a natural 1 on the stun resist.
I didn't mean to. That does hit. Go ahead and roll again in case you get a natural 20. It's not natural, but you were pretty close.
Okay. And then, can I just roll my second damage now since I have it copied and pasted?
Yeah.
Or not damage,
Second
but
roll.
Second
hit.
attack. I assume
Yeah.
that's what you meant.
Yeah. It.
All right, roll again just in case you get a natural 20.
Ooh. Okay.
All
Did I
of
roll
those
again?
hit, except for that 17.
Oh, wait, that was the same one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
and then
you
the
get 2
damage,
attacks, full clear.
2 attacks. Cool. Let's roll. Oops. Slash. Roll 2d6 plus 4. And why didn't I copy and paste that? And roll 2d6. My fingers are jumbled. 2d6 plus 4. There we go.
Oh, nice. Max damage.
Nice.
Your
Yeah.
your behemoth of a friend just smash. Grabs two eye stalks, puts its boot to the main eye, and just rips the two out of its sockets. You're doing massive damage,
Yeah.
and you can tell that this creature is bloodied.
Nice.
The golem does the like poke you in both your eyes thing, but to the middle eye.
All right. I believe, Toulouse, that's it for you.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to say they get back 10 feet.
Okay.
Because why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
Main NPC group begins to go. You see the nobleman fisherman goes over. Tally ho! Runs over, brings out the giant, not giant, but sizable net, and throws it over them. Both. I'm going to say the purple one gets in there too. Z team watches. They're assassins, not people willing to risk their lives for other people.
I mean, hey, if there's any time that they're gonna get a sneak attack, we run out.
But the three begin to pull and tug, throwing it first and trying to just ring it through. Since it's stunned, it automatically fails its dex save, so nothing happens there.
Teamwork.
I'm just gonna let it do damage because why not? Like, it's gonna hit hard. 3 teams with pulling force. I'm thinking 3d10 is fair. 3d10 plus
Okay.
3 because of 3 groups.
Like,
Does someone else want to roll it, or are we gonna keep it a 9?
But it's the net, right?
even
Oh wait, never mind. I have to roll it because it's my groups.
Yeah.
We're keeping a terrible 9.
The mighty 9.
Some might say.
hey, I'll take it after the natural one on the stun resist.
They rang the net through, but for some reason it gets caught. It doesn't do extensive damage, but it does do enough that it gets another eye here and there. It's not their best work, but they did damage. They did.
As long
Damage.
as they keep hold of it, they'll keep him restrained. He won't be able to spin freely.
Maybe.
That's still a help.
They're just gonna get chomped.
They're stunned
Oh,
for this
okay.
round, so nothing happens there.
Like that.
Kobo,
They are stunned?
Mm.
These
Still
three guys?
stunned until the beginning of my turn.
Beholder. Beholder is stunned.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, these 3 guys are staying put. They're not getting back.
And
They finished
I
their
guess for the
movement?
beholder, it would be
let me check their speed. No, that's all they can do. I mean, this guy can get back if he wants to.
Would you want to? You might want to.
He doesn't know your plan. He's just helping his comrades.
Okay. In that case, I am going to.
The roof is 30 feet tall, by the way. I made that description a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna move over here, so I've got a better angle, and I'm gonna go ahead and fireball high, and on this side to shield these 3 guys so they're not in the envelopment, but he is.
How high?
If I can. How high is he floating?
Not
And how
very
big is
much
he?
anymore. I'm gonna say 3 feet high.
Okay, so he's basically on the ground. And the roof is 30 feet high, and he's a gargantuan beast. Takes a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got a 4x4 grid. He's that big.
I'm gonna
So
say
I
he's
can
18 feet
explode.
tall.
So I can explode my fireball at right at the roof, or no, 5 feet down from the roof, and it would still get the top of him without burning those 3 guys because he's way taller.
Yeah, easily.
Okay, yeah. I had to figure out how to do it without killing those 3 guys. All right.
Like before, a massive fireball explodes in the area. With any luck, I chose the correct thing. Still no. No, I just had to stop holding it. Explodes in the area. Yeah, automatically fails, so full damage.
It's there.
Causing good amount of damage. You can tell that this thing is on its last theoretical legs?
Yep.
It doesn't have legs.
31.
But under an attack like that, it probably can't take. However, the main reason why I asked how high is because, well, as the fireball explodes, the cave system is shaking. And, well, the 3 people around the beholder, it's not really doing an issue. But since it's so widespread, it effectively circles around where the beholder is. I'm going to say since it's a 20-foot radius where you popped it off, 20-foot potential risk factor. Gothos, you're fine. I'm going to say these guys are fine because you deliberately wanted them to be okay. And I'm not going to take that away from you.
Yeah. Well, the idea was he
I
went
didn't
high,
make the
so
band either, but
it's high enough up in the ceiling that the bottom of the fireball didn't come down far enough.
No, it's not the fireball's heat. It's
Oh,
the
you're talking about
impact
the flap stuff?
and it hitting the roof.
falling chunks. Yeah, the falling chunks of roof.
Yeah. So only the band and reel will have to make dexterity saving throws. It's not high,
Oh,
but it is something that happened because Boom also caused the area to become more brittle. Nevertheless, though, dex save d20, 2, 3, and then 4. So everyone failed except for Trip. So thankfully enough, this is just the beginning. So they only take 1d6 points of damage. They take 2. They're not dead, but they are flustered. You don't know that though because you're technically behind stuff. Kobo, anything else?
Spell, move. Yeah, that's about it. I don't have a bonus action right now.
All right.
Those flashbangs of yours, do they, what's their saving throw again? So, oh, is he not here?
Who's saving throw now?
Your flashbangs, what were they, con or what?
It doesn't really matter because they rolled a natural 1 against it, but
yeah, what is
and
that?
I deleted the item. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I was
had
out of
one
it.
those?
I had
Oh,
2 and I
'cause-
used them both.
Okay, if you had another one, I was going to be screaming on my bonus action, throw another one before he snaps out of it. But
No,
I
no,
don't have to do
I'm
that.
out.
You don't have any.
All
All right.
right.
That's it for me then. I can't think of anything else.
Ironically enough, this thing hasn't gotten a chance to attack, so Nom Nom doesn't heal anybody, I get. Oh, would he have noticed? No, it's behind a couple
Oh, the
pillars.
jet!
I don't think he would have noticed.
Spiritual
Nom
weapon
Nom holds
total.
action to heal people. Aldeth straight up just goes over and tries to hit this thing.
Eldad
Right.
tries to murder things with that.
But
Nom Nom
unfortunately,
has
her
spiritual weapon, doesn't it?
her movement speed is
Oh, what?
25, so she only gets to it and can do nothing else.
Oof.
Does she not have dwarven throwing axes?
Now she's more of get in your face.
Fair enough.
Rail comes over, takes out her longsword, goes in for a swing. D20 plus modifier does hit, thankfully enough,
Still has advantage.
for the minimus amount of damage. Trick comes out of the area because he doesn't want to get hit by
Oh,
rocks
again, they
again.
might get 2.
Takes his action, not bonus action, and main action to get closer to Gothos. Wire and Volt go further down. Take their action and movement to get closer to Bract. And Bract, you have 2 layering Bardic Inspirations. So that's 2d8. And Gothos, you have 1 Bardic Inspiration, that's 1d8.
I think
Correct.
I am. Oh,
You do have
somebody-
advantage on your first attack, and because there
Well,
are so many NPCs here, you finally
Well,
get a turn.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. But to be fair, he's stunned, so no matter what I do, I have advantage, right?
Yeah.
He still is stunned, so I'm just checking because it has been a while since he got stunned until it's my turn.
There are a lot of tokens.
There are a lot of people here. Yes.
Are you
yes,
sure you don't
yes.
want lizards?
All our lizard attacks.
Okay. Well, first I'm gonna use my action to turn large. So if you would be so kind to make me large, as I use my
A scepter comes from the moon and hits the ground beneath Brad, causing him to grow.
Yes, I use my giant's bite. Then I will use my action to rage, as I'm gonna roll up my glorious table.
Nothing makes Breck more angry than a helpless enemy.
Exactly. Oh, lol. Okay, that is bounce. That is bounce. That is bounce. No. Oh no, wait. No, I rolled a 5. Yeah, it takes another d6 of force damage. Pretty nice.
You have to hit it though, which is
Yeah,
kind of not impossible.
I've got to use my action surge to get a second action.
You haven't even used your verse. Well, technically.
No, I did. That was.
Yeah, I was going to say, technically you did.
Oh, wait. Damn, Giant Mine is a bonus action these days. It used to be an action. No!
Yeah, so you haven't. So you bonus action and then you.
I
attack,
bonus
and you
action
attack
rage them. My apologies. It used to be an action to use Giant Mine.
Oh, that's right. You can't rage and giant smite in the same turn.
Because they're both. Sorry, Dogma. I'm still my normal large size. I'm just gonna
The
rage.
Power Rangers take out their Megazord, defeat you, so you grow smaller.
Okay. Well, that we're just gonna hit 4 times. It's fine.
At advantage, though.
Advantage, yeah. Well, I'll be punching angrily. So, 18 hits, I guess?
18 does hit.
Or 18?
18. Okay.
18 hits.
18 does hit.
For 25. Ah, there we
Oh,
go.
nice.
There we go.
You can tell that this thing is on its last theoretical legs.
Okay, then-
Save some eyes for the rest of us.
Then I will hit him again. 25 hits.
25 does hit, and I'm gonna tell you, I was gonna say your minimum would probably kill this thing. So, Bracht, how do you want to bring this thing down?
I'm just gonna rush forward, and I'm just
Shave its
turning
eyes off.
very angrily as my body starts to emit a strange kind of light, and I'm just gonna. I'm not hitting him with the sword end. No, I'm hitting him with the pommel, and I'm just bludgeoning him to that with the pommel.
All right. As this
Like
thing,
I'm pummeling one way in, and I'm apparently pummeling the other way out.
as you pummel straight into what would be the brain of a creature, you just pummel again and again and again. It is impressive how much you quite literally dig into this creature. It is of massive size, so thankfully enough, you are able to dig through it and come out the other end. Completely disgusting, but completely through and through. You are out, and you survive. And if this thing actually got a turn, it might have done something. And this page I opened up so would have mattered. I mean, it mattered for the saves. It mattered for the saves.
There, Dogma. There.
Alright.
What the fuck?
I asked for flashbangs. You
Yeah.
gave me things that gave me stun. That was on you.
I mean,
Yeah,
it was also on me on rolling a
Dogma.
natural 1.
Yeah, that's a rough one.
Dogma, I know why you felt deja vu earlier.
What's up?
This is
That's how-
just like that Fungus Queen fight where I stunned him with the poof powder.
Right.
Might have been,
It's
yeah.
good, don't it? Got this?
You keep giving us stun items.
Uh, that stun feels good, don't it, Gothos?
Yeah, it does.
But the team does regroup back to the main area after Brack makes sure stab it into the brain again, just in case it was to survive.
Hey, Pebbles, you okay?
Pebbles comes out of his hiding hole. Yeah. A little sick, but yeah.
I will lean over Pebbles.
He
You
throws
did some
up.
great work, Pebbles. I'm impressed. And actually, the rest of you guys too, especially you guys running the nets, also excellent work.
Gothos actually, now that the thing is dead, immediately wants to cut off the poison tentacles.
You can tell which ones are poisonous because they literally have like very disgusting looking skin there.
Yeah, I don't want to touch them or anything. I want to remove them just from the body because the rest of that stuff we don't want.
Oh, it's no longer going to circulate thanks to Brack. He kind of killed the circulation system. So
Yeah, there's like a big.
it's not going to poison the rest of the body.
There's a bracket-sized hole through the entire beholder.
Like the Kool-Aid man.
So,
Who has
Pebbles,
the high?
now
Who
that
has the
this
highest
thing is
bonus for survival? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
now that this thing's defeated, what happens next for you?
Probably going to go back to my wife.
Maybe you can
Wait,
show us
sorry,
what
in
you
the-
need to
in
show
the-
us, or-
In the 30 years service, this thing, you managed to have a wife.
That was a joke?
With your people, you
Gothos
never know.
just like very seriously put his hand on his shoulder. You should find a wife.
The premise there was, actually start my life. If I find one, great. Is what he says. Also, the fire has never been
Fair
put
enough.
out, so it's still going. But
Anyway,
yeah.
Pebbles, thanks for telling at least one of us about this, because if we hadn't had an opportunity to prepare, I'm not sure that battle would have gone anywhere near as well as it did.
Oh, you might have died. But honestly, I didn't care about any of you except for one of you.
Yeah, well, she probably would have died too.
Oh, that's why I warned him.
He,
Thanks for the warning, but you should have thought about it a little bit more before leading us into a trap.
Well, I was going to do it
was-
unless all of you followed me. Like, if only 2 of you followed me, then I wasn't going to take that risk. You guys would have probably just died. But you all just decided to follow me for some reason.
Gothos all indignant. It's just like, I offered you a sacrifice.
And this is people why we do not trust their kin. They are all lying, cheating bastards. Excluding
no.
Gothos.
I'm a goblin. You're just saying the Duergar little like jeez.
Well, Duergars are dwarfs, and dwarfs are good people.
He realized they literally don't think of each other as the same people.
They don't?
We are not.
Yeah, they associate themselves with the gnomes.
No.
Wait,
They kind of hate each other.
wait, what? Babel is a Duergar now? I thought he was a goblin.
Nope, still a Durgar. Always a Durgar.
Nenny.
I'm
Okay.
a goblin.
Yes, I thought both of you were. Okay, I apparently wrote my notes wrong.
He always looked like this. He doesn't get this big, but he looks like a grayish goblin, which I can understand.
Well,
Depending on
he's
the
a
art.
I thought he was a gnome, not a goblin, sorry.
No, it's fine.
Both starts with a D and looks the
A
same, but
Duergar is literally a deep gnome.
Yeah, but they just
No,
consider
but
themselves
Durg-
Durgar.
No, Duergar or
Duergar are
dwarves.
deep dwarves.
Birofern or
sorry.
whatever.
Yeah,
I don't
the
know.
Seraph Blim is what you're thinking
Yeah.
of.
Yeah.
Okay, I got those.
Flim,
I got those
Yeah,
backwards then. Sorry.
Nah, it's all good.
that's no, not a dwarf. Dwarfs have beards and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Everybody
So
knows that dwarves
remember
have
how I
beard.
was super interested in the other beholder? This guy is a cut above.
Oh, this guy is
Who-
basically destroyed except for his central eye.
All right.
Well,
well,
Yeah,
the
yeah, I
other eye
tried to
stalks that
avoid
were cut
that.
off. Yeah, the other eye stalks that were cut off should be just lying on the floor. We could just pick them up.
They're ripped
Who
off,
has the-
which you can technically pick them up, but I don't know if you know
Well,
this, but
razor wire I figured cut, but and
Like-
Toulouse cut off several with
I'm gonna say the razor wire cut off too. But a lot of them were honestly ripped off or like gouged out violently.
no, I totally accept that. Maybe one or two are flopping. but I'm
Whoever
interested.
is going to try to salvage any eyes, I'm going to assume Gothos. Gothos, go ahead and roll 1d20 minus
I
5.
would like
Actually, I
one
would
eye
like
out
to
of this
do.
if I can. If not, that's okay. But if I can get one, that would be cool. Just one.
This isn't to salvage. This is to see how many survived. I'm going to say 5 because that would be unfair.
That's the same thing.
Oh, right. For some reason, I saw 10 minus 5 and 5 and didn't subtract the 5 already. Yeah. What am I thinking? It's late for me. Not really. You find 5 still intact, minus the big eye. The big eye's always been intact.
All right. Who has the highest
So-
survival?
I think I do. I have a +4.
Yeah, probably. Yep, definitely. I will.
Well,
Rail has a
if
plus
somebody-
3. Antidote has also a plus 4. Yeah.
Also,
Well,
I
Antidote,
have
he's a
apparently
surgeon.
double inspiration still on me, so
For the next
that would be helpful.
minute,
So
Yeah.
if Antidote helps you with his surgical knowledge and you use your inspiration, you can try and cut out that eyeball in a pristine fashion.
potentially.
Okay, as
Goes over right there
as,
being like, yeah, that's where I screwed up last time.
as Brack pulls out the spoon,
Yep.
That is
we're gonna
not-
hand him a nice sharp knife, or Antidote might have a scalpel.
Antidote doesn't have scalpels.
Oh, okay. We're gonna hand you a nice sharp knife.
okay, that is a 17.
It's not bad.
Or wait, I was double inspired.
You do.
I used both of them.
Yeah. 2 sources, so
2d8s.
you can stack them.
Okay.
I'll take it to daffodils.
Okay, that is a 20.
Not bad. You are able to carve into the area with your spoon, but all you're doing is moving the flesh out of the area. So to allow Antidote to easily surgically remove the big eye without too much of an issue or concern. Gothos, you're also there because you kind of screwed up. Want to make sure this isn't screwed up, so you help out with everything else here and there, and you guys easily remove the big eye without. Well, I would say without damage, but you technically cut it out without full damage to potential eye. So it has whatever abilities it has. Unfortunately, though, it doesn't have a source for it to activate its ability. But there are ways of doing that. You just need to find someone with that skill set. But right now, it does have an active field around it, like a very small bubble, but around it. Of anti-magical effect.
Dagmar, I'm gonna walk back into the crevice that used to be the inside of this beholder. Do I see a heart somewhere?
Roll survival.
Come on, big numbers, no whammies. 16.
That's not bad. You do find a liver, a spleen that are kind of ripped up. As you move them around, you do find what is believed to be the central system of this creature or its heart.
Okay. I will pull out a dagger and disconnect all the hoses from the heart.
Easily enough done.
I'm gonna take the heart and I'm gonna walk out. By the way, just gotta ask. We had a bag of holding, right?
Yeah, and I don't think this particular eyeball is gonna work with that. What with it being weird and anti-magical. So yeah, toss it in. We'll shave it off. Have some.
As you see me walking out with a big a good ball of blood. Here you go, blood.
He hands over a softball size heart. Do you think
I thought it would be much larger.
it is? But it's smaller than a basketball, but larger than the softball. But I have no term for that. So softball
Softball?
heart.
Fair enough.
Eh.
Antelope size. Anyway,
Size that makes sense. Heart. Hands it over to
Both
Gathas
of
as you put it
probably
inside.
grew up eating a lot of like raw fresh meat, so he has no problem with that.
But Antidote does state, I might be able to create something to preserve the eye stock for a while, but we would need to find someone within, I say, 2 weeks before it starts to decay.
You got any ideas, Pebble? Or sort of, is that Antidote that said that?
It was Antidote.
Good advice, because it won't fit in my bag of colding. Or Pebble, you got any? Where's the city within 2 weeks?
The closest city I can think of would be the one by the looking at PDF, making noises until I find it. There we go. The closest city I can think of right now. I don't need random events. The one by the Dark Lake. If you've ever heard of it, it's called Sloopadoop.
Sloopadoop.
Actually, yeah, we've been to Sloopadoop.
Okay, so
Weird,
if I heard
weird
right,
people, they have an unpleasant fence. that's
It's either
also
Sloopadoop
easily
or
bypassable.
Blingdenstone.
We've been
So
to
if I heard
Blingdenstone
right, we
as well.
can't
Cool.
fit all this stuff in the bag of colding.
Okay, but
Everything except for the central eye.
yeah, the
I'm gonna
central
go ahead
eye
and
mid.
Cast
Go on.
prestidigitation on it to chill it. If anybody
Nothing
else
happens.
has got that.
It's
Oh
just
yeah,
curiosity.
anti-magic.
That's the
Just
whole
out of
reason it won't go in
curiosity,
bag.
just out of curiosity, is the anti-magic field where that eye is facing, or is it in a 360 field around it?
360 field around it.
All right. Is my
Antidote is
my,
currently
uh,
making something to preserve it.
Okay.
Are my permafrost shards magical or not?
You don't know.
I take a permafrost shard, hold it close.
Antidote like grabs your hand and goes, that will probably keep it cold, but you will do some damage skin wise.
Oh, okay. I'll put it back in my pouch then and let Antidote do his thing to preserve it.
You would have accidentally given it frostbite. So he stopped you before.
think,
Freezer burn.
I was thinking freezer
Right.
burn, but since it was biological, frostbite, whatever.
Mm,
Yeah, freezer.
yeah,
Oh,
cellular
okay.
damage due to ice crystal formation.
Yeah.
Hey, Crack, you okay carrying anti-magical stuff, or are we gonna make some of these? I don't want to say subordinates, but higher-ons who we definitely respect and.
Zechariah does look towards you. No, you got it right. We are technically subordinates.
okay.
Yeah, okay.
So either
Sure,
you
I'll
carry
carry
the
the
anti-magic thing. Yeah, if you're okay with that. But
Well,
again, it's gonna limit your magical healing and such.
At this point, Antidote does give you a wrapping, and he does state, wrap the eye in this, and it should sustain itself for 2 weeks. So as long as we don't get lost down here, we should be fine.
And where is it that we actually want to be headed to?
That's up to you guys. You've been to
Well,
the two
as
closest...
to the plan.
Oh, yeah. Neither of the cities will take you that far. It is just a couple days off of your main road.
Toulouse, what's your ring telling you?
Still the same area. The ring is tethered to a specific area, so it doesn't say one way or the other.
Yeah, but is it telling us to go back the way we came,
Back the
or
way you
is
came.
it actually? Okay.
That's the game.
Oh, actually, let me roll for it. Back the way you came.
But yeah, the name of the city is actually supposed to be Hagetowards. I realized Sloopadoop and
Sloopadoop,
the
Bleeding
other-
Stone. Pebbles does state, there is, it's further ahead where you guys were gonna head towards, but I don't know how much time or how fast you guys are. There is Graxlot, Gracklstughh. Graxloth. Stealth.
I mean, oh, I don't know.
So Pebbles, I got another question for you. What were you expecting to have happen once the beholder found out that the eye stalks were poisoned?
Honestly, run.
Alrighty, yeah, definitely makes a lot of sense.
Checks out.
Antidote does look towards you guys. Does anyone want to try to salvage the 5 other stocks that Gothos found?
Most
Sure.
definitely.
Let's give it a
I
go.
would like a couple.
Gothos will
At
assist.
least one. I know Gothos wanted some. I want some.
I think Gothos got the one he wanted the most.
Well, the big ones, but I can throw the little guys, these little eye stalks, into the bag of folding.
Yeah, you can. Okay, Bract and Kobo, go ahead and roll survival.
16.
Not bad.
Hey, Breck, can you help me out here? I'll lend you assistance and inspiration.
Yeah, sure. You know,
Thank you.
you little guys, reaching is rather difficult. So of course I can help you with. making
Natural
stuff
1
from
and
the
2.
bookshelf.
Natural 1 and 2.
Oh, Dogma, I've got a question about the treasure we got earlier.
Yeah.
You
Brax, roll
mentioned
again.
that there were some. You mentioned there were some gemstones in there, right?
If you
7.
wanted them to be gemstones, then 6 and
Well,
7.
actually,
Intrigued.
there is some benefit to that. If there was like a diamond in there worth 50 gold, that would actually be handy for me.
Toulouse wanted it all in
Roll a d6.
gold coin, so no. No. Yeah,
That
it's
was
fine. You
not
can
what-
retroactively change it. I don't care.
That's what Gothos would have said.
Hey, Breck, do you want to roll a d6 on top of that?
Yeah, there's a 50 gold
Inspiration.
diamond in there.
Okay, so what I'll do then is I'll deduct 50 off of my total, and then I'll just put a diamond worth 50 gold on there. I was looking up one of my spells and realizing I need a diamond of that value for it, and it's like, oh, shoot.
That's why I gave you guys the option. We can wreck on that. It's perfectly fine.
Well, fortunately, I didn't actually cast the spell I needed for it, but yeah, being able
Yeah, for sure.
to get the diamond is handy.
That's
Oh,
an
that-
11.
Yeah,
You,
that's lovely.
Bract, you are able to get 3 of the eyes, and when Kobo was having difficulty, you just come over. Here, let me do it. And you just slash through them, accidentally damaging the eyes when with your big buff hands and like hand them over to Kobo. You can clearly tell they're too damaged. You're welcome. Is what you don't say. It only depends on what Bract thinks. But you do
I
cut them
got
off with the main body.
16 on the first one.
Yeah, that's why you got 3. But an 11 is not that great. So the other
Fair
2
enough.
Oh, I
are...
thought we had already had 5, you said. Or
You have the main eye, and there's 5 remaining. Gothos didn't go for those, so when you and Bract went for the remaining 5, Bract got a 16, so he got 3. And then you asked for Bract's help. So he helped you, and he rolled total of 11. I'm going to say right now, 11 is not enough to get the last 2. And they're damaged.
okay,
So
we
now,
have 3 total.
combined from the last beholder and this beholder, we have 5.
Mm-hmm.
Are they of such different quality that I should separate them in my inventory?
They
Or
look
just
different,
5?
but like not so different that they wouldn't count for the same thing.
So 5 total.
All right, and we're putting
Is-
them all in your bag of coldness for now, just to keep them fresh until we
Yep.
use them. All right, cool.
Yep. And I don't think we did anything with that lesser eye as well. That's in the bag of colding as well.
Little damage, but still good. Still good.
Maybe. Still
Uh,
good. It's still good.
Yeah, Pebbles does tell you the information that you wanted, and he does tell you you can go further the way you went, and you would find that town. I'm not going to say again because I butchered the heck out of it.
Yeah.
So it all depends
we
on what you
actually
guys.
have like a mild reputation in the
Plumbus Town.
what's the one that sounds like it's the fish town? I've forgotten. It's like Sloopadoop. It's
Sloopadoop.
Sloopadoop.
You can visit your old friends that are still there, though.
We caused a bit of a stir, and actually though that's interesting because in the other the Verfoblin town that you told us the name I can't remember. That was the one where you burned down the mushroom grove and killed the mushroom lady just outside. I think we should probably
Yeah.
take our chances in Sloopadoop. Day or
Well,
two out of
remember, we were gonna
Sloopadoop,
have
we'll
to go
see if we
back
can
there
make something
because they were-
fancy out of a magic eye. I mean, the fish people seem like they know how to do a thing or two with gelatinous animal products.
All right. He gives you
As
like a
long as they
more or
don't
less
try and eat it.
detailed way how to get there. There is Blinding Stone, my old home. If you want to deal with Luxtortsbracht, more of my kind. You guys have
Honestly,
been there
do you
before.
have a good relationship with them? You have a good relationship with the people at Blingden stuff?
No, they don't really like outsiders. And while I was born there, my parents weren't from there, so I basically was an outsider. They are very
So
Xenophobic?
what's with the tone? No.
Yeah, whilst you're disgusting Blindenstein, Kobo just takes 2 steps behind Toulouse.
okay.
Just talking about that place. They were ready to mob us.
Oh, I thought you were gonna do something like, when do we kill this man? No.
No.
Yeah, you guys have been to Billington before. It's where the Duragar are, and all the
Yeah, they were
Yeah, it's the
amiable,
place-
but also not great.
yeah. As long as you had cash, they were willing to work with you.
I think we
As
got
well-
plenty of cash recently.
But as long as we have cash, you're willing to work with us, but they were verbally insulting in every way, shape, or form. I was ready for a mob to come out and just pitchfork us, like Frankenstein. So, yeah.
That may be
Yeah.
because of our experience in Sloopadoop, where you did actually go into their temple and insult their god, and then they did came after us with pitchforks and whatnot.
But yeah, you guys have destinations. Is there any preference?
I voted Sloop
Right?
just
There's-
because we had allies. We do definitely 100% have allies in Blingden Stone. However, we left it at a time of major political upheaval, so I don't know if that's
Oh.
going to translate.
Oh, that one place that we were just talking about, where we kind of blew up the ceremony and fought the Fungus Queen just outside.
Blingden Stone, yes.
no,
not
Blingden
Blindenstone.
Stone was the Pudding King one. The other one that you're
That's the
talking
same
about.
town.
No, it's not.
No, different.
Different.
It's
Oh,
one where
okay.
we had to look and we got Madness and we first met
That's
no, no.
Neverlight Grove.
Neverlight
Mm.
Grove. We do have a friend there, and he does know how to work with squishy stuff because he gave me my tattoo. If anybody knows how to work with stuff like that, it might be him.
You will be going to the Dark Lake, so if you guys go there, you can travel any other town you've been to already. Pebbles just gave you the closest towns, but you could
Oh, okay.
rush and book it to other towns if you want to go to other towns. You can definitely go to Neverlight Grove. Menzen Berenzen if you really want to.
If Never Like Grove is
Crackle
too far
Stuff?
away, I don't know.
Bleeding Stone, or Sloopadoo.
Well, we can try Sloop. I
Sloop
didn't
is my
realize it was that
but
far away, but yeah.
Okay. You guys begin to make way towards the Dark Lake without too much of an issue. With the motley crew, Pebbles does greet you by the lake bed, and simply does state, "Alright, this is likely where we're going to part ways. I need to go live a life, and I am not going to be some sort of, I don't know what you call it on the surface, but like mascot character for all of you. So I'm going to go."
I thought you liked getting carried around by Brecht. I can't even tell the difference between you and his armpit.
With that, he just looks towards Toulouse. It's been great knowing you, and with any luck, I can find other good people out here in the world. One day.
You're seriously considering us not good people when you let us into a death trap. We did the death trap for you, and now we're letting you go. These
We
guys.
could have just left and said, "Screw you, guy," but we didn't. So we're kind of nice like that.
One day
What
I'll
it's
find
worth.
good people.
I did specifically act to try to save your life during the ambush, but
One day I will find good people. That aren't just catfolk.
And then we all just like throw rocks at him as he walks away. It's like half-heartedly.
Yeah. He now has a
Farewell,
perception
devils.
that all catfolk are good people. And hopefully that is true. That's not true, because Toulouse, you know a few people that are not good people. And Boom, you also know that not all Tabaxi are good people. So who knows what'll happen to him. But he leaves your merry band, not wanting to be that one random NPC you pick up to be your mascot. Although,
We've already
thankfully
got
enough, you always have
37 of them.
Gothos, because he's already a goblin. It's always usually a
How'd you
goblin.
work?
Or a kobold. So you have Nom Nom and Gothos already. So you don't need
How'd
to
you work?
Durgar. But with that, you head
wasn't
towards...
Kobo pretty dinky?
Eh.
He's got kind of that anime mascot thing going, I think.
Yeah, a little bit. But with that, you head towards Sloopadoop. And who knows what you'll find there. Because the last time you were there, it wasn't the best. But we'll figure out what happens next time as we end the session for today.